Utie oha echi ponkno Needs FM ASEM Jamagana for kwa benano penson edeba asemi di kaso ewo ni 100.9 yetena se ya na wotwi isemben ena akoso enoma ben ena apiepie esamo a aba beto dwade ye de chechiro man ne chechire ne nya atem didi enye kasantwie na mbom no kra de se ka kire ye ho esam no to dwa na ye nti ase ye wo ho ene sen na yebisa ene yatena si na enoma egu yapono so the fight against illegal mining na what we edit into mine the fight against illegal mining ya yenim say ye frɛ no eye galamsey na what we mo edit into my pa na yabeka ye ho a NPP a press conference in responding to the former president. Na wachimu. Ni nyina ne say former president akwakoka se oba na in Ghana for esan to abama ni biem na oba ba be mampanyin a obe review ex gratia. Neno nenam soma bono regional chairman of the MPP. Ayefreno Kwame Bafo aka Abronye. Odi etu dwa say na omampani dadei yoken. Ni nyina so ne sen. Ade nti ne bra na obeye mampanyin bi de chire. Wentimi en review say no amawe. Ehona na ode no nkrata beto dwa se wagege ex gratia 14 million cedis bi ene de keka ho ene no mampanyi be yi ano se tensema ekoso no nyina ne yonkontompo na ono no bohoi the office yade ono ana etu ahoka the domestic workers ono ne etu omoka otu kwanya ono na eto ne ticket ehun se mbe yi dija MPP for kwa press conference at the same anu ye de buy. But anu ye na MPP for press conference no eye bia dwen so say woman responded in some of mampanyi that the reason because we try some akodo mampanyi that the reason say onye 14 million bia say eye the domestic workers on the two omka only office say aye ka say but truly eye a office ye mfa ma o mampanyi dada John Dramani Mahama. And I'm say Richard Ahiagba actually mu say ekutanwudi eguso a ekoso. Some also are asking say after 6 years hafi na year per office dia manana. Na komodie ni nyina tofa bono na yebisa say the issues concerning ex gratia enye omemunu kwan ben so na say yefa. Na ye nyina yeto adwen na say enye de ya yenyi emfefiri ho we no enyina ye nsem a na watwi eba beto odwa na ade ba ko a ewo ho ne say eye west upper west awudie bi ikoso ewo upper west ye ka say enipadu na ewu afimu a wo ye private security personnel a wo mato nananom ewo eye upper west region wa enen pattern na yebisa say so aden ena bosome nkunumu never ba say nipa du na ewu private security personnel de pabonifo bi abo mutu ekum enti aye nipa bi adwenwen ebisa ho questions ene ye bepe empanyufo na ye no omede nkomo from Upper West region meaning the Magerius AGYEMAN Pius Build Bansen and the Bomi Chidom and the Yedi Jumedi Yedi Ebro na koma ya ye bedi eguma punusi brano ye sofo panyi a oba ye nchen ye friend odifo Isaac Ofosu hini jima etene ka che oba ni yedi omani mu enkomo kasa ye ka edifa eye womo asomo man ne pen say Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo eye president enche nana ede na dwuma bebe na wieye ono so ba be ye former president ye man panyen dada Akufo ye beka ya oye the former president o man panyen dada Akufo enkoma ekoso baby ese ye de mano the office ene said ya komani ye deja ya ye bisa ne se aden na sadie we eda so ete omemu JDM complaini Nanado nso beko no no so complaini se bia na nya na ban na beba o ono nso na kwanko jade se ye de ma no se de embra ne se ye nhwe ne so man no ye ntima nhwe ne sa we ni yenkoma ye nyina no ye ba bidi no ene anopei odifo Isaac Ofosu hinichima oyo sofo panyin a oda Captain Jesus Prayer House no eye atemere bele 2 ena eye nkoko ena na sorry kase power papa ye mwako aba e de benit 100.9 so
ye jamak asumjenka
so na bibia na che
nyame adum bibia
bako na bibia ko yede
adumara kwa nyankopon adum
yede nyankopon ase
ye tu samarade
sa pepepe ye tu sa
Captain Jesus so ashama
o za
wadi ho bebo so mekura
oh bibi ekoso ho
osum kese pa
okay
amansandom nyina hu nyankopon mu nyam
wow ashama oh fa eji dwumade ni guso ekoso ho
egusu kura me fi ho kura na
na eba yi oh yo
yo ashama government school
oh okay
na school ni school kese pa wodin tetete
okay
wodin pa
okay
wo main station ho no
yeah okay that is good
yeah
eti na dwumre bibi bekoso
anopawie nyina
okay
yenye dwumadi na nadwe ni
daytime oh that's good
yeah
that's good yo eti na we de wasumu a eti o person ne papa shi ya wa Ashama government school kwa na papa wo papa ne bisa se brano ye no din komo for national issues so so what na chire o hwe o man na eno ma ekose
jere awrahu samne se ni ayehu no eno na yeka na manfo mpe eya hometi nia obi ansusu se oman ne beko arehemu ani panya wo aban wo so sese emu se obetumi aye no no kwafo bia betumi aka se enye saa na de no ye den ekoye enye bia nipa pimo no kane kura na ayete sa aban no mpeso ogitum no afa du bribi no ho se wo fi ase ye den nensem mo no chese ogitum ba na ye hwe ban bosem so de wo kan ya eno so sisi ano na ekona na odin uyusu kasa bi se enkoyi a ayete se wetia won ebo ban no
okay
minim se yankan se aburo won so
sa
aburo won so bonidie no
but then am for police visibility maybe see police for bibiri wo bro be ye 50
yeah
wo motitu moto so moto ya church police visibility
yeah
and then so be come ya na police for jina
aburo won so na omo mpe no kure ade na aburo so oka bambo penie be ne ya beto nya daje na akirechire ni mu ase na obetie mi a na say IGPO budget ya se ana say national security head o ana sasrafo peni na so mbetie mi a aburo won so wa men kan se o mo adwuma o mu huru ya na se nko na mo aburo won so efi se bonidi ana nke ndi Ghana na yensusu da na yenwe ho ene ni nyina ye den abawura o manyi nanso se bibi ammo mpofiri mu a na wo ho daachi adwene se saade ne beba na wo bo aho ye den esie wo ho endi utumi hunu odaachi se sei ne bedu bibi no hawe beba na wo ye ho ahobobo a endi se wo anwene anko ho a na fei ade na ebo mpofiri mu a hese bi wonye nyame ndizia no bonidie no adoso na kadie any training kro mu nya ye omu disi saa bone na no emmen baby a
sao
emmen so ade chini ade se nyina hwe ye kum nipa na wudi ahoro bebre sisi miamia omu ntumi nya so a etumi ekire se wenum ti abroso obanbo fm wa se ye ka bia ma won wa se de be ka nyina ne se ye man ayoda nje alata bonidie no ko so ache omo aben pa wo emu antete bi na Ghana fo nyi omo prosifo ene omo akade omo di tibone no omo wo ho nimdie pa yi pa chozo utie mi enye fere enye bone minimu de se tobri bi a eto de ade a yetumi ban bone ade de reinforcement yetumi ede ahodin bi koboa
baby fo
tobri nso a yetumi to nsa frɛ
baby fo so beboa
fo bi mo ye den omba beboa minim omonwen ko mentwa da bi mbremu IGP na se banbofo no se omada na se bibisa ne mum no ebonedie no ekosoro ena ebi nso ho ameka ne se niema bi atumi asisi Ghana se yenhu ho hwe nte ho hwe no de ne ebetumi aka nyina ne se omada ana se eyebo apaye ana se asem bi amri bi meka wa ha se asem ebesi fie a otumi hu se sanke ati hu bibi ne yente no akwete se krama wo fie eni so o hye a wo hu ade nyina a sunsum kura atwam a na opo na odafie ni abefa niema esom bo pa woni na ho wa mpa na kire se menimfo bi yeden ni pe bi o ha yempo no enti wo ho no abesisa niema we na ade
kwa se menimfo bi de oben pa
thank you wa ho enti mre bi meka wa ha no mo se ye ka aban a o mampani na oda no asrafo nyina no omura no yesa na tie
commander in chief
ye ka bambo ni nyina so bom kura na no so ni wura no no ma bi betumi asisi ye hwe kwan se ye beti bibi mampani kura betumi aka bibi na so mu di ye ho agro
isao
pacho ho zama make enti bambo mu na maka ebie no
okay
ese ye bi
wo ni se wo tina chira wo ni se ye bambo mu nsem no atwape ese omo soro no mo ni bom ho okay
atwape pa if you say aniema ne akande a wo any training a wo ma fam edi gina de anim no isi ano ebro mo so
na papa wo hwa bomo eto omo to so ana se bomo ye bibia fa se de na me kai se ne
ade ebro so a na oso de wa ho oden ne obibia be ya ebro so Bible kan o Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 10 o se wodade no atora ado udododo na ado no bungam na ebro so a o so wodade no atora se o sharp wodade no so wan sharp wodade na gise pupupu no ye den edoso se pupupu ko Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 10 o sanka fo tidu ikimudu o so obi dade no atoro na so wan se dade na no a ani o abetre edi ko so no abetre so ntumi yes
na hode be ye mo
wow nyansa ne se o dade no atoro se o ye den o si ano wa onza na nsa ne meka sembi wa ha se ne be bitumi sipa sabi tete sa servia prosifo kura de no nko school no akiri mpo etumi ye nhwehwemu a mensem bi betotodwa ntentem memfa nchinu ahyew ne ade mma na wo hwe doctors ne professors no me ade na niam bi ho na ye nhunu mu a wo dwen ho a asam no ho ho
Ecclesiastes 10:10.
yeah 10:10
Also, if the axe is dull and its edge unsharpened, more strength is needed, but skill will bring success.
Thank you. Enti so wan se ano a just one ma hoden doso. Betemfa so e bemma wadi yie no ene nyansa. Na so otwe adwen de agina ho se. Ya chiachia no. Yenye den. Yentenet no. Yen sharp no. Na yen openi bi kasa o se be bi antokwade ndin na mpata de ndin so. Politics na ekum banbofo na okom mpeso mo gitum.
Politics e rem.
Omo asi nyina ne se mre bia no be banbo no kura na e wode okasa ma no a politician. Wa ho no fra
amanyosem na rem.
Yes, no fra ban mu. Enti obi kura na atwi adwen gina so se police fo niam we na kadia aban no guso we na waye we na bajo oni e wo men na ye but well ebe connect ze nti bambo no
papa dia wo ken bambo mu nsem amanyosem awrem judiciary eno su yesusu se amanyosem awrem na so mama
no ka se awrem anke ye se de wo kan bambo de judiciary nso no nye yesusu se
enye perception
ho nso no aka na se awrem
sa
bambo no se awrem na
se bambo no se de wo kan no well yesusu se awrem me fa susu
yenye se yesusu se
awrem na atemuafo yesusu se amanyosem na awrem yewo institutions bi a wo mo ye kwantenkro tumi no man ni tumi no ye de am se se wo mo ye mo dwuma ejina se kwantenkro but na yesusu ebeni electoral commission other institutions ye bisa se etesa se susu dia na reality na se etesa kwan ben so na efa so haye so man se probably se etesa
be haye pa na haye so haye eno na menne Ghana aye susu wa de kwhye COVID-19 ne ba ko no
Russia
and
Ukraine tokwa
what you say haye
na papa te se ya temua edwuman se do mampanyin dada e kan ye anu yi attorney general eso edema no ya dwen because e bia obi so be ka se nipa ni aban mu de a aya na dwen se dia ekosu ni ana bia no mo so mo aban mu na sa na etie nti ena obeye na dwen se sa manyosem na ko ma
Yemran. Ese yetina se ne yehunu se. Emra bia ya hye tete ni se de na esi kon ne wiase edu no. Emra na se yesisem ana se nse se yede. Yesisem. Acho wo hu de meken. Enti wo mu a wo hu no. O meka sim bia kiro. Yodi kan de tu dwane o mampani dada. Pa Gracia.
Yeah.
Ena sabi osika na se wo ba. Thank you. Ena sabi
anu ye free aben mu ana se party a wo mo wa aben mu.
Yeah.
Ba.
Ya ye kanyina ne se enei niam bi wo ho a ya dwen ankoso. Bete ne nipa nyina ehunu se den na ekwe. Obi be soma aban. Osomfo. Ne soma wo som nyina na ketua. Bibia oye bia yetua ho ka. Bibia oye bia ye mma wo mfa ofie no obre bia ya sese nyina tua ho utu kwan a allowance ese won seka uye we a de sese won seka eto be so mo mind for 8 years ye wie ne ye weki ye mabi keka bom ne ese o mampani ni kofie we kofie ade we na sese ye ma no ade we na sese ye ma no a eno no ukoma na afe wu bisa se oman no ya ho odin duru sen ananya de soa bia din pa na ye de ato ye ho so ana na me yasofo yi na se me ba ha no ma me nsɛm anu yie nyinaa yɛ twerɛ kronkron pa jo tia se bible no nso no de ma ya ka bia na ɛyɛ ɔmo ya no a still a ye bɛka ne sɛ ya na mu de bible no ne suai opani bible no na aman panimfo ne court ne ade kora no mu di suai enti ne ye ba ye de bible no ye den etwemo no ba ko edi kan aman pani da betumi aka sɛ oba obɛhwɛ ma afri e betumi de aba ahwɛ no aka nsɛm bebre nanso betumi aba sɛ ya mpa ba jo so ti ase e betumi aba sɛ ya mpa
na papa sɛ obi aba be so moman ɛnam sɛ wo yɛ ɔman panyin a sɛ wo kwa wo sɛ wo yɛ ɔman panyin no mmara no ɛbɔ ho ban ɛsan respective wontimi nyɛ adwuma bia eti sɛ wo kɔgye wa home na ɔman no ehyehyɛ mu no yɛsɛ de ɛwɔ hɔ nie yɛde igya wo kwan yɛbetua wo ka kɔpem sɛ nyame bɛto nsade afrɛ wo
ɛnyɛ bad
ya calculate usika bi yɛsɛ anka yɛtua de ma wo emfie nan entem yɛntua ɛna yɛka mo ano yɛsɛ yɛde ne nyinaa yɛde ma wo ebia cars bi ne baabi a bɛtena wo office saa akwan kogya de na yɛde ma yaman panyimfoɔ ene wɔn amra no sɛ yɛnyɛ wɔn saa no mfomso bi wɔ ho nipa na bɛso maman na aya na yɛadwe sɛ sika twitwiri die ene yɛde ma do bi bisa sɛ wabɛso maman no na ɔkɔgye na home ne yɛde kogya ne kwan a anka mfomso bi o ma na yɛ ɔman no na yɛmfi nuru ho nti ene ɛma sɛ ɛkasa da bibiri ana
ɔsɛ meka ne sɛ nipa benya asoma aka no ɛyɛ asrewa wɔhwɛ ne buo ɔhwɛ ne ho na ɔnwene ne buo yɛka aman pa yɛde kasa bebuo nyansɛm kasa pa Ghana fo yɛyɛ chambrofo ajoti ase enso mribia no yɛyɛ nneɛma menne ebe na yɛyɛ bu no esan yɛ den etwa yɛn sɛ ɛwɔ teacher fo ɔman we mu na teacher ni kyerɛ adeɛ bɛburufo yɛka teacher fo de ɔsonson bom na omukọ omujusumukọ awieye na teacher for 77 ye di jo omukwa no o de toto yoyo manpani a wabesum fie enwotwe ho na se nu a entenchia na avreko enti nyankopon ani so no enya dwempa jere wo se de
me follow the out
enti yemfa the benefit of the doubt no ma omampani dada patriot ya se oso onya kwanya no a obehwe mo asem a
aka
patriot ya se ya hwe
papa wovi was article 71 of his holder sene as graduation and say usu se omani yanwe hu na yenyimfiri ho ana se yanwe
bi me se akandifo no ne fata na se yede mma na ne die se de ne die se the bible can ne die na ye ne die se yede ya no na mo se wo mo opini a wa mo man so ma na setna de so onya ne bibia na se ye fe na mmom no be kan se no mu ye dododo as compared to
adwuma yefo bi no ma aka
adwuma yefo a wo mo som man na ye kan se sika no man ni sika na se mo ye koduru se ya enye anu ohye wa hundi sa mra no ene mampani dada aka no onhwe na sabi
o man na say yes an hwe ni biem
onya no kwafo de oye den o kan yi ni mu ba joti ya si won we tie no mo nye na no nsi bone ma men kan asem bi wo Genesis ntro Genesis chapter 26 verse 34
okay
o si SOD mfinhia aduanan no o ware etini Berry baba Judith any hate ni Elon baba Rasmat na o share Isaac ni Rebecca reho ne papa ne mama e wo no e manom etete won you see okay afei behwe asem foforo bi nso esa babio e wo ne makan yi echi wo chapter 28 verse 8 and 9 na eso hunu se Canaan mama enye e wo mo papa Isaac ni so no eso si mu ko Ishmael nkyɛn ko ware Abraham baba Neabot nuaba Mahalat ɛka ne yere no mo ho pajo so te ase enti emra wo hunu sɛ anamon a wotui ni ade nyina ne ade na anso ɔman nani no ɔfa adwen foforo sɛ niema we ni niema we ɛsɛ me yɛ ho bibi ama ɔyɛ ho bibi enti yɛbɛtumi aka sɛ well na wonim we nyina sɛ mra na wo so no na nka sɛ wo yɛ den wo yɛ ho bibi yɛbɛtumi nso aka sɛ na ɔna koma nso fofi anyɛ den antwata nti ɔkɔ akyire no aba na dwe mu sa ɛno no mintimi ade biara onipa ka fa ɛfa repentance ho do yɛngye n'akyi obia ka de bi fa adwensakra ho a patwoti ase yɛnye n'akyi
eti na ebetima ba sɛ ɔwɔ so no na ne watena akyire ho sɛ saa de we ɛsɛ yɛyɛ bi
na yɛde bro wɔn so yɛde bro unze ɛwɔ hɔ kora bro nyanom ne ade tumi ɛka niema o mampani dada oji ni we na to anamba yo enti se waji ampa obefere ni trim kakra no ebi nso a onye ampa nso no wafura ase na oyɛ den o kasa ho ti saa de na de ato hɔ de akyerɛ wo na no ɔhyeredu me se teacher fo di osonso
na wo musika ye dia ma o
aye de ma wo entumi nu de wo beso emfi nwɔtwe oji a ade wo yɛ hwan yei yesi pani biara yeyi ufiri nipem ni ahye opani e de amanipa abajo
okay
enti wo be ye church moderator chairman ananse bibisa na se ye ka asofo mpanimfo a omaso nte se wa na na onya akwanya na be ye chairman no na se mu be se edu ekwadu no dwumadi ekwawie ye na de omu benya no ye kan nyina bomu a wo de eboro so a bajo enye what was my make
okay
enti ye motwi na ye nwere ho asamwe ebedu bribi no enchirima bebu ye fopa na sabe no yes na mo picture bobo ho wawu bet na picture boy here picture hwe Hebrews chapter 5 verse 1. No so for penny bia ye ni free ni pem. E che no so for penny e de ma enipa onyankopon fam niema.
Hebrews
5
1 na say o kan free NIV ni mo a or say every high priest is selected from among men and is appointed to represent them in matters related to God, to offer gifts and sacrifices for sins.
Amen.
It's ye nipa ni di free. Ye okende ni di free nipa. Ye di tumi na man.
Thank you. In the Bible say ye show hene no a. Esan say you free nipa mu no, na nipa na na you de wo share ye. Emma woni wo muntem susu pen wo niema wo fa no no.
Yes.
O say emma ene wo muntem entwi bebre saa.
Entry the na momentary bibiri.
Yes. Enti yen kan no enhwe. Ewo chapter 17 Deuteronomy chapter 17 from verse 14. Onya du asase Awurade onyankopon de ma no so. Na se wo fatena so na wo ye wadwene se wo besi hene se de wiase nyina si ahemfo no a. Bajo ne ewum na mekan no. Ade Awurade onyankopon bi na ma no so hene. Emfa onanani enti mo se moto abayi obi a mo hwe so onipa na mo maamu ni a
okay
mo nkofa obi foreigner bi no ye musuma mpene so medi mo so ade na fe wa kirekirem ma omma na ponko no so bebre e wo ka se sabre na ponko ne ye vehicle
as a convoy ya ordenam.
Thank you. Na omma na yire no so no so bebre omma na dwete so no so bebre sa na so tina hini atwa so a onhwe mmra ne enwoma no a eda lewifo anim no so no no so entwere bi mfa ne ntra ne nkyɛn no nkinkan ne nkwa ne nyina na wono so asua nyankopɔn soro ene mmra yi nsem nyina so di ene ɛso hwɛ afeti 20 no na nakoma na ma ne ho so ankɔ so dodo anche nipa na odi won so
odi won so no
yesa wani wo prof no mana wow
Papa na ko de Deuteronomy saying
Deuteronomy chapter 17
okay
to the verse 20 na fa 20 no nko ano etwa na emuna ho enti waka won sika verse 17
okay Deuteronomy
if Moses Deuteronomy 17 me kan fi 14
okay
but to boa from 17 ba no
Deuteronomy 17 and Deuteronomy 17
to 20
okay it is a wofa NIV now okay it is a make free 17 now I see he must not take many wives or his heart will be led astray. He must not accumulate large amount of silver and gold.
Yeah.
When he takes the throne of his kingdom, he is to write for himself on a scroll a copy of his law, taken from that of the Levitical priest. It is to be with him, and he is to read it all the days of his life, so that he may learn to revere the Lord his God and follow carefully all the words of his law and these degrees. 20 they say, and not consider himself better than his fellow Israelites and turn from the law to the right or to the left. Okay. What your papa?
Omaketu yesen omukofi yesen wenu ye we yesen no mukwa yesen na sen na ya hihama akwanya se dibia we de oba benya na twese bibisa do bibi ebu abem enti opani bible
na papa eno so ye bisa se yade a ebehye nkuran ama obi nso ye Paul so okodi oman nanimu a ahye nkuran se odusu betimi akwakodi oman nanimu de akoma pa ye
na wanya so odi oman ni nyina so no na nimu onyam ne tumi so
okay
etoso bi ani die nyina no wona ye wodia na prophet nso aka se etwase ye di ni nimro so eno mekaka ho wa ho
yeah
na mo ahoden sem ene musika sem ne se de oyema amaman a esom no ahoden ne te sen na teacher fo ketua te sa rafo ketua te sa no mo kofi nso o
wa mo kofi a wa maketua ne te
sen ti na yes na fe den na wo de ekoyesa
ba papa aya no wa makase
na onno mo man ne moja
eti na chesa wa maketua na kasa na e de ma because aya no wa mu chire mu se ohwe parliamentarians a o mu chire mu se es gracia na yeke no huhu no eye salary arrears eti enfie na na oba ye no na sa ke yetua no taku ena ye ntua ne se taku ne ye ma ne sempoa na afi yakeka bom ena
obenya daji na obi betumi atu bi ama ne wa na yankin kan obi free Ghana ban so o mampani ane na be de kire ne ma ye de man ka bobo so baako na ye bobo na wuti a ana obehunu se
enuama ewom
na kire se aba
etiasi ehwe saade ye ni etiefo ye de Captain Jesus Prayer House of Opinion odifo Isaac Ofosu hini jima o se es gracia ne de ye tie bi se ye hwe bi o de twero no e de amase se wudi oman nanim kura na manya wadwen se wo na sabio wiase nyansa nyina kuta o twero ne na e kan ente se o ma eye enuama obenya mpo no eboro wama wo mo edi wachi no eboro so dodo emoro so de because e de wo ye
kandi ni ne o
na mum aya na etrapo obi beka se atrapo wadwen kire fafa 050 372
ya mo katren fa omani
sikasa because wo mo se sika na bi ni ho
thank you
eti yasu yehu se mo ye ne saade a
thank you
oh
na me kana se no
ye betimi acknowledge to say omampanyin otisue na nado na kwakufuado ene na pamfo womo eye sika aketua ntumu a mra ne hyese ese yede ma omo a womo anye no abasobode bi wo ma na
yes ese e bom abaso ese e bona abaso se watu anamu bi
okay
ya yeka no ade na fere wanye se no nso ehunu se ayampa mpa joti ase
yeah
ndi ayampa nti watu anamu bi a edi kan ese ye de abasobo ye den
emano
mano we betumi aka kire on se motu bi de na mo nsane kakra
bo mo san kombu biem okay ha ye ni 100.9 mame KO ye ni osofopanyin ye friend odifo a izekofoso yin jima odo ne ye ni di nkomo no meni ni wie pa voter regional organizer edema NPP ye friend Kosi Boja eba betenase ye ne no eba bedi nkomo obeka ye omampanyin aprobo a obo ye edekọ oframantem ebedi ho nkomo afi abedwafo no so beba na papa oye obi a wofiri eye biaye a yetu fam agudie
yeah
entokwa ana okun a yeswai ewo wo mefa kwati kwan so tu fam agudie wo yemem papa ete wo san
de hu nyina ne se Ghana di nkuguo ayre hopa ewo so ya usai se ibisi sade na no de omontumi ensia no na nti omontumi ensia no ano a ede kan ye arehwemu a ipenyaye eka ho bio kapa ika mbenya kukudra kaskapa ako asay so di sisade na wentumi nyame anim ono ankasa opemu eyo mampani itibua pa na conscience ibunofo osusu so obeye nenso oman na amoa no ma wanye
okay osusu so obeye nenso oman no amoa no
nse so otumi ka da se waye
oh
wentumi
fight against illegal mining
so wentumi ana otumi
okode de da bi
wentumi
the beka no kra kire ye ho okode
wentumi very sad
na eno no omampanyin no
ya dwen papa ye so adi hunu papa otumi ya nka wa ya de papa nenzo wentumi
eti ye no papa wo kan bibi se oman na amoa no ye kan ana eye nipa bi adwen se omampanyin na kasa kra no wo meben no kra ye sadie bi
yeah
sa na eye nipa bi adwen yo na ono no wo anisuade hunu sei na ya amoa no ye betim de sobo na bo omampanyin ye de pemene mane ye ana anya ne ya amoa no na wan ye success
me papa betim de apimo no ma ye if you say o baby
okay
omampanyin o baby DC wo baby ese DC wo MC wo baby ese MC wo Bambo wo baby ese ewo mpacho so ti ase enti na nanu mahemfo ni a won akeka ho so mo mu bom so ye den eye adwuma enti wo be ye na wantumi anya na so mo amoa ma wanya enso aye nyoko wantumi anko
sa ede na ebetima ya fa sa de papa
ese yetumi
ese yitimi ko so ko
wantumi agitum se wantumi
ejensa ko ye chibi
yanko ye chi
na ye hu kwan a ye be fa so na ejensa akọ ọkọ no yie
ade ewe ye be ka no kura kire Ghana fo a epre nipa bebre nipa ye onamra kwan so eya mining ye mani jato ho ana meboa ti munyina munya nto ho because etu abom ebi ntiase enso be ka kwan so ka say reasonable because boni ne papa ni nyina ye den afrafra wan hwe a wo hu enti wa ye boni o wa ye ne papa o abane se ye nyanto na ye nya hwehwemu na fe ye mfa ne kwan so enya za na ko so enti kwan bi so no won wa ye nipa bonefo na se kwan bonefo no o makoka be ka won wa ye Eti ko wi ase no. Emu ana yeti. Avites aye chichi. Etumeyira. Eno enye nokre.
Enokre trudo.
Ehemfo na kwachi.
Elembeledi.
Nti hwan na boni ni free no. Enya aban. Enya aban ho.
Okay.
Acho process kan wo baby anya aban na ne saka.
Ah, say ya say aban acho.
Yes. Aban. Nti nokre de onye ntum. Ana omunye ntum. Acho tias.
Okay. So os kona yiso ai ne de. E feel.
Se bia menu e bo osiru kure ni aso papa peke. Ya. Ehua baby a wonya dey. Mo fe boye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yen san hwe ni biem.
Se bia no nkyere se sebi. Me hu se le meka. Uye nipa etumi pasa. Umaye ni amwa wa awre hu chen bibia. Itu woma ko hyemra na woma tieti amra no so a ahoden a wo de koka asem na wo hefa bi.
E wo hibiem. Okay.
Ti won wo ebu man no. So on be ya no kwafo. No omo a omumu no. Omo akumu ekreni mu. E be boa wo. E to me ya no mo cover. No mo cover. Ade we.
Aya na aye so wo mo kata no ma.
Yeah. You yes na egum ani mu ase. Jizo oni mani wo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Papa, medo ekowie na wadwe nkyere finally. So far said the mine ko say. Cathedral me no udi nkomo. Efa the building of the National Cathedral. Who state opposition clear. Edifa. Ene ye ho akwa se cathedral no kra no. Sabio. Akade a ye de pem so na ye de yesi no. Isi akade no kra no ebi ne wonti ye twentwen so kakra. Ya sere se ye ne betima contribute ni abo. O ma panye so asisu dia. The cathedral ne de ye tie bia ye besi. Se ba bia ya pem akwa akoduru. Se ya tra se yensi ema yensi se ne de.
Person bi say word na ka say o say ya twentwen so no. Eno no na wo kan na say ya mpasa beto ho sa.
Oh, sanetie. Sana mpanyemfo a.
Okay.
Wo mo hwe eye cathedral no sie ne so no. Wo mo de aba betudwa.
Ene se eye asama ampasa pa na say no kure so mampani hye nyankopon bo a o giri say nyankopon eje afi ne nsem dia. Ene me ma no Awurade asem bi wo Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 4. Verse 4 to 6.
Ecclesiastes
chapter 5 4 to 6. The wushen nyankopon bobia. Entwentwa ne mase. Ezoni nkwasiafo ho akomapa. Bia. Fanyinam se wemwe wano anhye bochen se wobehye. Na febe yo so ade so.
When you make a vow to God, do not delay to fulfill it. He has no pleasure in fools.
Okay.
Fulfill your vow. It is better not to make a vow than to make one and not fulfill it.
Verse 6 say mama no mo prebibia. Mama no nya ro nhyebo.
Do not let your
mouth be mistake ma nwene ho. Nyamu bubefu to aso.
Okay. Also, do not let your mouth into your sin, and do not protest to the temple messenger. My vow was a mistake. Why should God be angry at what you say and destroy the work of your hands?
Thank you very much.
Now, sir, on my penny, do I can't you?
I say antwentwa ne ye no.
On my penny so de tie bia ye besi.
No, say antwentwa. What you say?
I say antwentwa na dey ya ka dey so ne esi. Ya dey ka dey na esi.
Enti wo hye no. Wo hye no. Nyame susu dan ne me hya de brɛ. Anasa wo no wakukura aboro se de wa ho odin aye se wo de etie. Wahu edan no ne mesha ne kese ne se de yesu ne
etina kwa kwa se
na me ba de hye woro
thank you abana aboroso
acho se ne o kan ye You can you a wagina so dia. But your Bible ya.
It's not say washa na buruso.
But your Bible no say wagina so.
That's papa on nipa no washa bono nti oguso. Na akadia na ya de be boy say ma ya still.
Na me too for say. Was ya betwe so kakra. Rab say o hwe ho yi. Because was say entwintwe.
O tro ne say entwintwe so. Asem ya ne be di.
Ti na mbisa say ya wo karo ya sure say yes sir.
Ana na ye moai say ya papa ye betima contribute na ye de aboa na ama o mampanye mbose ne so. Ese ye betima aboa. Ye betima aboa ye mampanye.
Ah, ye muaro.
Etina ekwa ese bia na boshe no. Na ye ne han boshe say the tronika.
Oh, Bible kan eni han boshe ho asem nyina. Waka say to bo ase. Wan hwe ade hia opa yi Jerry wan hwe ya. Oh, ati so obi a ade hia no. Ma me kasem bi nkire won wetie me. Won akosore akobọ mpa Awurade. So obo am na se me nya opa. Awurade wo na omo ko hya sofo obo. Odwigura hya sofo obo se be de ne be chew. Be de ne be yewe. Na wo ba na akohye bo no wie nso a o ne be ma na ye den. E wo akola. Be ma ne gidi nyina wo sofo no asisi. Wo akohye bo. Me de ne be to. Acho ahama na to madi.
David.
So wo zeri adereti. The Bible kira se boshe bebro ho no mo amoye asofo. So free nipa na no a. So momwa no na ne eso withdraw.
Monji be.
Yes what tisu no tisu. E brefa so kosi brise pe. Sura sum. Na no di dia agro dangerous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey. Na cathedral idi. Adoma pedi mum de wakase cathedral ne de TV a yebisi.
Rankan.
Papa, finally, China so far the normal ya sitting them obo menum. Mo asofo etim.
O man no na meka say din ye mo an ye we. Because e bi na ne ye kan ye nhihye free tete. Ahemfo fortune bom say free tete. Eno na untumi emfem ma se aban we. Niema bi ho ye dua free tete. Ena ye twa so aba. Na de pima aban ni se dua ekum ye no. Afi obehwe na afi kura no wo dua ne dodo ye den. Eka ho. What you say? Enti o man no enkoyi. Yere enkoyi. Enkoyi. Ye hu dwan ye.
Said your man penny.
Ye nsusu sesa na be ye den.
Aka assurance a odi ama yen se enkoyi emom yetie bia no.
Eno no yen fampa yen fampa bon time na chi. Yen san twi ni nyina dwenso nyina so se. Emre papa no. Mo African ya ye den. Ache. Nti anhwe omo ka ne sa. Nso na nye na dwen ye no. Nye sa na eko. Nti e bom pa ye ma no. De sese ye kan so.
Ye be ka chire.
O chire obi se ni da so ho na we ya. Chire na gina so we embe ma me hwa me hunu se me bo metrin ko se oh. Ba jo so ati ase. Yeah.
Wow. Ejefo woni papa ndi ko makakre. My culture say voter regional organizer of the new patriotic party. Iwiepe oloso medene tenase Kosi Boja, dean of organizers. Edema eye NPP ofia ye ne be din komo. 03022435540. 0302257902. Ye ne papa bobo no amaso ya KS Gracia wonsem ya ko man ni mo se de no ameko ya ba beka the building of National Cathedral. And the agwakwe say, and what cadie no? Said the ATN no. Ye train no amaso. All the children in an watch the position. Ever home, West State was so adventure, and the same command yene, or so for penny, Eddie, Odi for Isaac, or for Suhene, Jima, me patch your match here. I was we to men, okay. Yeah, for we are me patch your match here.
Yeah, opening.
Yo, yet you are no paying for my yedi.
Yo, opening. I'm Jerry, in Pastor FM, Kwame Adon Boating. Yankupon, Inshira, when the producers are mobile. Not Unshira, Odifo, Odifo of Sujima. Yankupon Shirano Pie, if you say in Samoa, or can an opari, in Samoa. tetefoɔ adiifoɔ na nyankopɔn somo mo sɛ momfa nsɛm nkɔma nkrɔfokuwe ana ɔman bi ana ahemfo a ɔmo mfiro na ɔmo pae mu ka no nyankopɔn hyira no papa sei na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛdiifoɔ no yɛasɔfo ɛwɔ ɔman nim ɔmo kasa wɔn kasa nkyerɛ bɔne na wɔn kasa nkyerɛ ade a ɛnyɛ na nado sɛbe na abrabɔ ayɛ sɛ Solomon a ne papa David mmerɛ a ɔba abɛwu no ɛwɔ the book of Kings otu ne fo sɛ ɔnhwɛ ne yie na ɔmfa nyankopɔn ti n'ani so na Solomon gye tuu mu ɛyɛ ahobrɛaseɛ na nso na wieɛ no Solomon kɔwu da abosomfie ɛfi sɛ ɔkɔfa ɔbaa na ɛnsɛ sɛ ɔkɔfa no na nado abrabɔ no anado brɛ ne ho ase sɛ ɔpɛtumi na ɛmaa ne tumi no wadane tumi no ayɛ ne bibi foforɔ a ɛndɛ ɔbu ɔman no gu kata na ɔsɛe ɔman no nyankopɔn hyira mo ɛne akokɔdura mo ɛde ka nokware
yɛnkɔ yɛ nim na yɛmfa ɔfoforɛ bɛba kyɛ ɔmakye ho yɛtie o bɛma
yo mepa kyɛw megye ɔsɔfo metie ne nsɛm yɛ ɛbere biara bɛduru sɛ wɔne ne bɛyɛ interview na me nso baabi a menam tie a mentimi nka bi na ɛnɛ deɛ natimi ɛne sɛ te sɛ ɔse wantimi saa kasa no mepaakyɛ wɔ magari ɔmampani wɔhyɛ berɛ bɛn sɛ wɔde bɛyɛ saa deɛ no na kankasa sɛdeɛ mete aseɛ sɛ woka sɛ wantimi a mean sɛ ɛberɛ a ɔhyɛeɛ na pa ho wantimi sɛ nyɛ saa deɛ galamsey no megye tom ɔmampani bɔ a ɔhyɛeɛ yɛ nyinaa de gu so so wɔde n'akonnwa bɛto whatever no na kɔba sɛ wantimi deɛ a na gyɛ sɛ kɛyɛ wɔ berɛ bi ɔhyɛ sɛ afentam mɛtumi ayɛ ne wantimi ɛduru hɔ no atwam bi a ne wantimi na asa sɛ ɔno ara na saa yɛ mampani a ɛgu so yɛ yi no befiri sɛ yi na kankasa no ɛba sɛ wantimi deɛ a na ɛkam kakra
Kofi Bedu na ɛkasa yɛ ana
mepaakyɛ bɛtumi ayɛ ɔno
ana Kofi
me too.
Okay, and na me bisa sɛ obi ɛkasa ɔbɛyɛ biribi na edru pɛmpɛnso bi a percentage wise obetimi rate yan wo sɛ baabi a wa keke edru yi die wa bɔ ho modern ana wo bɔ ho modern sɛ no wontwɛn sɛ onwi ansa wana
sɛ ɔkasa wa bɔ ho modern ana wo bɔ ho modern a ɛyɛ nsɛm mienu wantimi ɛne wo bɔ ho modern there is a difference between them. One to me, and that's at the end. One to me.
Hello, Ovi. Ovi.
Opening.
My men can say on to me.
Sir.
Meju anu si. Yeah, on to me.
On to me.
Okay.
So I name to say one to me there. Now I be.
Now you're conclusive.
Now hi. Now Mr.
Yo.
Ni nyina ne sɛ ɔman no ɛyɛ no kɔ ɔmanpani me di ho ya bebree sɛ baabi enipa bi a ɛbɛnbɛn no ne ade a wɔn mu yɛ bie na ebi a ɔnna wɔn mu adi na me feel sɛ yɛn sɛntrɔfo mageli wo bɔ mɔdene paa to sɛ wo ti be free ha kɔ
elembele
akɔ yɛ research ne a the Ghana ha sɛntrɔfo ya ma ne ho nyinaa ne sɛntrɔfo adɔso no ɔmo mɔmɔdene wɔn mo ntimi ɔpani twa Kaya kano kwa maka nanu ya mutu Lebanese ni bi discussion se ka ko bembo a. Wa mo ba ka e be ni suna no obi adi mirika no abeka bi. Obi adi atire se be se. Da Lebanese ni odi sika yi se ya be fra no. No obi adi sika na ti. E ma fa so ma o man no. Ne mo budi atire, wa fa fata mo abadi atire. Sasa mi se ne kosi ya. No adi e no ala se ba fra no obi aka bi. Ti se ma jeri wadi atire ko Elembele, wakwa ye investigation. Dia ye ni ade ko base. This ye na di. Ye ni bibi ade ye na timi akabi because a chat ye say na free. Na ko ba ye na ye ko kana untam ye di a. Eno na ma ampanifo na hwe men so no. Wa mo fo mo hudi, no mo di sisi ai. Enti mesra mo. Na mo mi ye nyina ye so ade enu mo a. Ye kwa ye twetwa mo kosi awie ya. Enti wo na ampanifo de esa hye ko ase a. Ye timi akabi atia wo mo beba.
That's Kofi Bedu. Pass your last caller. Match. Yet you.
You pass your family guest here. You don't know man say Fabimco.
You call your name.
Your name, yes. Yes, so would you for no Casano? saa ọsọfọ no be de bia meka ne ho asem se papa no ese ke yi no ejina omampani echi na sebe ko tu omampani fo ko ka hu bi pa papa ngo so nsem kan ne kan ne asem no kan ne asem ti omampani na ko omampani ene na pamfo e kasa na ko mutie o man Ghana but me hu afutufo etu na na dofo edinu me fi se em se some butu we buon man se buon wa tena enkaye ensina na oka onfa chama gari ta katido ye kasi esi se on se katido na eya kawo se katido on hwe be koso no e be take over 20 years ansa no wie hwa o ba no kati se wo be katido wan ka se o man ne be katido eti wa ba na so wa start na sa ho tani ba e kwen ne so fa so na ne Ghana for kasa ni hu kwen so fa so daga sa na ba o jisu mu ze tiki a wo na so be si na so be si dia na o pa for say de be si dia so mom fa chwe o man Ghana bo
okay
de ko so ko ye ntimi ba de mi fa chwe o ti hwa o se na nado kama galamse fo ba e o ba no kati so ba me tu galamse fo ase ba de la ko si say oh aso we de tu be na awre ho pa sanado yes sanwa galamse fo no so ma san kabom aw mutuo enu a me free asanfo tanfo ya san hinfa si o mo teskabeta be bri de be ku kwa ho
okay meda se ene mo so wodi a wodi aba da se yebreniti yedisi papa mafo no akasa de na twato a wodi emaye
eda meda afrefo no ase nia otene ye ne obia jare de meka nyina ne se o man ye hia no kreka nti yenya amampenimfo
yeah
ani asodifo na won wa ebe won se futufo no we di akokuduro ekasa kire nipa no go se it said that teche tai baby ya hwe na se ebobo mu powa etugu mu nyina mo
okay
wa ho nipa bebre ho no mo a ni ofata so twen no so mampeni nya kokuduro no ye den wo twe na so adende no wo no ogu ani mo ase nti na me ka cho so mampeni na so obaabi na ni obaabi a wo baabi a enti se wutu galamse ase na ni ekoni a ye deceive patwa ka se mu odu
okay
kom se ade netie enti ye de fa bengum ni ye fa me so ma me kan de me defend my statement
all right
asem nyina asi ho pem so obi be ka kire say captain and I say prophet Jimasi say ya ko pena bona ye den na hwe na so de etrepa nyame yadom na se wutia ne want masen ne no ochina
obetima te wase
obetima se kura
okay
enti ne ohoro
papa ye da se fa o contacts de tudwa odifo eye Isaac Ofosu hini jema brand brown ye ne di enkomo e wa haka oman mu ensem ono no other captain Jesus prayer house ano ye ka say so say ashama yi na mo na wie e wa shaman e school government school
yeah
papa fa number de tudwa na no bi here
54
054
86 72
okay 72
976 and 055
okay 055
788 24
25 055 788 2425 okay
and the first one here 054 86 72
976 papa numbers ni iti bibi ni a wo ha obi ara frɛ no obitimi aboa papa yakobon shira
onshira mo papa
ya ye ni so be di akire udwumadi a wudi no wasama yakobon shira papa
emase
haye ni 100.9 ye ni odifo Isaac Ofosu hijima ededi command Captain Jesus Prayer House afei organizer Volta regional organizer of the NPP Kosi Boja Kosi Etenase ebebon komo
ASEM inabeko miara ejume inabeke
Jamu kwa bed bandit 100.9 so said the medical show on the Kosi Boja voter regional organizer of the ruling New Patriotic Party. What's your Makwaba?
I mean, Jeremy Joso.
Yet, oh, catch you.
Ah, Charlie. Oh,
I don't go ye.
I'm not doing it.
Voter region. Now, what is that?
Oh, yeah. Go you, Pon.
Oh, yeah, they are coupons. Good. Oh, my penny, a pro bono so far. Now, and I'm to say, oh,
my father, I couldn't always so dear child with you.
Yeah.
And I'm a child on Casa.
It does.
Jumaya for we need FM.
It does.
Now, answer now, me zoom straight into Mampini, a probable of water region. No quotation be ambassador me share with you this morning.
Okay, you.
With regards to people who are skeptical now, I say GDA near when it comes to issues of development and promises make to God. Me family there from Psalm 35 verse 1 to 8.
Psalm 35.
Yes.
Content.
Verse 5. From 35 1 to 8.
Okay.
Over to me abu me na wakan.
Psalm 35. Main country 1 and call you pay 8 1. Or say contend, O Lord, with those who contend with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Take up shield and buckler, rise and come to my aid. Brand the spear and javelin against those who pursue me. Say to my soul, I'm your salvation. May those who seek my life be disgraced and put to shame. May those in a question and there. May those who plot my ruin be turned back in dismay. May they be like chaff before the wind, with the angel of the Lord driving them away. May their path be dark and slippery, with the angel of the Lord pursuing them, since they hid their net for me without cause, and without cause dug a pit for me. May ruin overtake them by surprise. Be the net they hid, entangle them, may they fall into the pit to their ruin. President, why this quotation?
Yes, this is a simple prayer from the president. God, maybe as a country, we need to know who we are, where we are going.
Okay.
We are a Christian nation by dominance. Now, say Omampeni Ashebo on the behalf of the state.
Yeah.
The Obesi Cathedral, the Shenyankupo in, because as I said earlier on, we are a Christian nation by dominance. And if we really believe in the word of God and the principles of the Bible, I think as Christians, I was say ye to me bois na such a dream should come true. Is it not surprising, say, with Omampeni promise way, Omaya, ye to me enya the national chief imam, ye to me a year contribution of 200,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Into realizing this dream. Now we have the Christian nations are against this. I think that this is a perfect prayer from the president to God. So God should put those who are against this promise to shame. The opinion say own to me. I'm not sure say the president.
Also, Bosheno, Ebiana Ebroso.
Because the president's tenure is not ending this month and it's not ending this year. We still have years to go. And in politics, even a month, a lot can take place. But, for him to say, Abroniso, no. I disagree with that.
Okay.
Yes.
But what's your phone, Anna? Anna Amalva? Okay. Yo. Volta regional organizer of the MPP, because Uboja and the Canadian Commander. Because I probably am penny from Antamona Gosse.
Okoye.
Mo be at the chair projects and Rame Koso.
Oh, yes. A lot of projects from roads infrastructure, from educational infrastructure, water, sanitation, and all those things. We have projects that are bound with buyer. Yeah, completely.
Okay.
Also, at there are various levels of completion.
Okay.
Also, a project a bind that done a start here. Yakosumu. Say some of the major projects now the then government started here. I mean, not sure someone do about even 5% of those, but I saw all those projects are complete. Twice. Notable among them is the whole airport. At the time Mahama was commissioning the phase 1, it was a 40-feet container never. But today when you go there, we won't say this is a project that this government has come to pick up from nowhere. Yet to me, I am okay. So when it comes to infrastructure, I have always been saying it. Over Volta region, all the good roads in Volta region, 80% plus MPP. Those records you can't take it away. The famous Eastern Corridor Road, NDC 40 years. If you take the stretch from Asikuma even to Damango, that is beginning of Savannah, end of OT. If you take that stretch, I was a mini NDC 4-year debate. We have more. We have done more than what they have done. Almost 30 years from Asikuma to part of Peki and Umuje. Even that, 6 years, almost 6 years now in government. Just 6 years, 5.5 years after NDC left power. The Kwanomuye is soon to do. That's fast road. The contractor today, all year the remaining portions, and not all building those spots now.
Stretch there now. Okay.
That's the Esikuma to Peki. That's what you need to do. Then the second stretch, within the Volta OT stretch, from the Pepeso to Nkwanta town, the famous Kanazo and Mokoje Fort. That's what you need to do. Less than 6 years, as soon you need to do.
About the first quote.
We commission now. Commission has nothing to do with quote. Say your first, second, third quota. Then combine in a commission. Okay. Once it is commissioned, it means it has been completed. And that road, President Mahama commissioned that road around 2016, 2015, 2016. Until less than 5 years, 6 years. Now, a soon you need to do. I tells you the level of worker. MPP offer from Sanko just after Hohwe, right to Jasikan, from Jasikan to KJB to Dodo Pepeso. It is even longer than the 2 stretch amabo for the NDC. So you know the level of asphalt they were. You could do Passa Township now the asphalt road on my building war. If you take Hohwe, Golokwati, Have stretch, you will be marveled the kind of job the MPP has done on that road. And then the remaining Peki to Peve, the thickness of the asphalt. I'll have to get you some of those videos now.
Okay.
The solid job a Ghanaian owned construction companies, First Sky, all year on that road. Sky, So when it comes to roads and appreciating votes, citizenry, especially those from the Volta region there, I think that we have always been the best when it comes to support. Look, if you go to Pando, for instance, there is this community that has been detached from itself. Pando, Agbenohwe, Bame to Nkonya and Hinkro. It's just a shortcut. You can just drive through Pando to Nkonya. Bridge. As we speak, President has commissioned that steel bridge, the longest in the region, if not the country, 175 meters. Under this government, less than 6 years. And yeka steel bridges in Volta region. The government is building a lot of steel bridges. Even Oko offer this famous road under MPP President Kufuor time and Madam Lisbeth Ohini all lobby and omuye sakwano ufak Peve Mountain so now we descended from Bame through to Akrofo to Sokode Bogame. Madam Lisbeth Ohini and all lobby in constructed that road. If you are Bemukwani Nyana say omo anye juma bia woso NDC buy for 8 years. As if that people of Akrofo, Bame, and those people don't vote for them. Meanwhile, almost sweep all their vote. Today, you can't drive through that road. Panisu say, President Baya make a file because I need to lead the convoy.
Yeah.
Make a file. Still bridge Kasiebi Ewa, Emma Ghana water for Mupenny Baku Kraku was on. You build this steel bridge in the area. And so when it comes to infrastructure in Volta region, Masa, President Nana Akufo-Addo has really worked. Who call this various secondary schools? I'm telling you. So nobody is talking about way shift system. It used to be one of the major topics in this country against free SHS. And Nkolaniko Brown, Nkolaniko Green, no more the year concept. Now it tells you that all the secondary schools, free SHS secondary schools, has benefited from emergency infrastructure project, which Volta is not exempted. And when it comes to development, my brother, water project, Ukokbando, Biwoho, Uko Amejope, yes, Amejope, Biwoho, and all that other places I cannot mention on top of my head.
Yeah.
But infrastructure development there. Now the most famous among all today is the Agenda 111, where
it's saying the state is
a cost of my bay offer. A customer bay offer.
Agenda 111.
I'm telling you.
Oh,
I'm telling you. A customer bay offer. All the places are district capitals, municipal capital, mostly district capitals. Omu district hospitals and those things. And omu beneficiary districts. No. Could do how the level of project at take shape. A bit more to lentil level, a bit more upon lentil level. Once the design a 1 story. That's the main administration block. 1 story. A bit more perfect lentil. No one started shooting the second one. The Agenda 111 project sites you're very busy in Volta region.
Contractors were
contractors were and yes, a president Ibano Makoshe who contractors president today baba no much that Nankameka president ba mebo muchi. Yes. President Banka mebo muchi. Project is ongoing. And if you look at the level of development this Abai Aye in Volta region, appreciable. Yes, you can understand say cost of living arising due to 1 or 2 factors. But that is how nature is. Sometimes you'll be getting it right and you also be getting it wrong. We don't have a perfect system. We are hoping things will calm down by early next year or end of first quarter next year. Things will properly take shape. And then our economy will bounce back strongly. And I think the living of Ghanaians will improve better than now. And say, as for development in Volta region, then DC cannot beat us.
No, sir.
I'm telling you, they cannot beat us.
Volta regional organizer of the NPP, your Kosiboja and Ageneno AD Common. Now, how are the people appreciating their working? And what region? Say, how are they appreciating it?
Yes, I would say largely, say, Voltarians are appreciating Juma. If you look at the your 2020 election result, mostly, it is the result that shows you whether the people appreciate you or not. And yeah, say fans are obeje, ahunam kroma ya boje also any way. As for in politics, you get to know your level through the ballot, through the vote you get. Now, we'll share a history from 92 up to 2016 and 2020. Between the 2016 and 2020, in just one election, we've been able to increase over 40,000. Just one election. We've been able to, which is not normal, looking at the trend, the growth of votes in voter region. Then in just one election, that number of votes. Yeah. But it means that the people are beginning to appreciate us in terms of development. It is not because I don't know what other things are the people who appreciate us, but largely it's a development. And the way we carry ourselves as a government and party in the region, the hand tying, those things, it's not there. We are always there for the people. We want to support. And that's why we're able to win a seat like Hohoi, if you look at the vote. So the people are appreciating it.
Hohoi seat, more Bohombai.
The Bohombai, papa.
Sir.
Oh, they big. And this is the only to mean GBM.
Hohoi.
Oh, how are they?
When are you organizer for the party?
Yes.
Normally, regionals.
Yes.
So you know what you are talking about.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And Amewu is not just easy to be beaten in Hohoi.
Hohoi is a township, one of the township rules.
I mean, Hohoi a little Tokyo. Yes, you see, Hohoi voted for development. Aside that excellent human relation Amewu won with in Crawford, the chiefs and the people, Hohoi also voted for development. Amewu are very exceptional when it comes to relationship. Okay. How he relates to people.
Related to the people.
Yes, he's down to earth. Is the people's favorite. You go to the town and everybody calls him Johnny. You understand? That is how freely he goes with the people. And what if development, massive development account. Massive development. I'm telling you. And so when it comes to issues of development, what is the NDC going to tell the people of Hokwe Somube? Unless maybe they want to come and put up maybe London Bridge there, something exceptional. But when it comes to development, Hokwe people have seen what development means and who can really get them developed. And to ask for the Hokwe city there,
more other targets.
Yes, we have other targets. We have other targets which we will realize it in 2024.
Constituencies, babe.
Membody. Everybody. Yeah, we get way to back it. 2020 election, we lack a little bit of strategy. Nangayeji 2 count. Yes, Nangayeji 3 seats at a go. Yes. But we have learned our lessons. And aside that to now, I was saying they can't hold anyone into me and then any other target.
Yes.
Oh yeah, near brave because over the years I have always said this. Over the years, politics in voter region has always been about tribal sentiment. Until they play on the keyboards of the people's emotion, then rising tempo, and then they forget everything you've done for them, and I say I bear war. But now people are beginning to appreciate development. In 2008, you're chasing out of the region. You're chasing first round, no. Once in 2008, you call first round, second round, and even third round, 10. First round, by the time you're chasing out of the region. By the time I ever call second round on the 28th December, now was a leading campaign, they were nowhere to be found. Your own family people will chase you out. Today the story has turned. Me, in my family today, because of me, I have won a lot of people in my family, not my immediate family, my extended family. And they are appreciating the kind of effort we are putting into politics. I think that once we are able to move the people from the concept of tribal politics, mostly NDC4 dwell on, to issues of development, what you can do, what you can't do. That is where we win the more. Yes. And that's our focus.
I'm best on a party the more fast restructure. Executives are more maintaining seats. For Rebecca, the crime best on a more put ourselves together.
Yes, I started reorganization of the party. I have 5 stages. I have police station elections, electoral area elections, constituency elections, I have regional elections, and I have national elections. Now, within the region, all constituencies by now are forming various working committees. So, it's the regional level. Issues of disagreement and all other things are being looked at. The various committees have been tasked to look into those issues. And so, the building process now, they are called an impact. The next process is to start identifying talent, winnable candidates, and constituencies. And all those processes are in the pipeline. By the time it will be done, 2024 January, you shoot it up.
Sir.
Yeah.
A idea, but me reconcile after the elections, no. Obia, no maybe Uncle Ya man or nominee idea. But my reconcile say no money, I bring it everybody on board.
Yeah, we are working on it. When you say issues of the heart there, it takes so much time, and take a lot of engagement into the surface. Oh, share the surface there. It looks like it's good, but behind the scene, we are still working on. We can break, and don't forget that we have 2 legs to go. Okay. Which is the parliamentary elections and then the presidential elections. Now, and also on its own brings a lot of division.
Yeah.
And you cannot see to me BBA because obi wo ho a ofile say ye dinin buga. But the last hope here maybe parliamentary election. Say ni nipa bi be winning and on ankasa be winning. And now presidential election. Say ni nipa bi be winning and you understand?
Yeah, I guess.
And unless you go through full horse, 2 na cano, then to me the level of the disagreement and anger.
Okay.
Then when you are solving it, you know where to start and where to end. And to me, as we speak, we've been able to bury those issues entirely because there are 2 legs to go. But in the meantime, I think say Nyama Bafom Kakra. Largely, one can say elections now across board.
Yeah.
I say polling station elections na beja kakra be after which all other subsequent ones and share the day and share that and it's good for us.
Okay.
It's good for us, yes.
All right. Yane the voter regional organizer of the New Patriotic Party at the common. Generally, Osha Omayno said no mama yede obi kasa in your region. Mo so na mo ye party a mo na mo wa ben mo. Kwan ben so na mo manfo na temase in your region. Said ya no meko e wa ben mo.
Nyamemu de ayedin. Nyamemu ayedin papa. But nyamemu so ayedin because of certain factors. Jerry and Utiha na was a I'm finding say o company ni and now the year productions and we do share umbaso into if you know every day Oma chop money and every week Oma chop money 100 cedis. Yeah, I'm finding say and in be yire and went to me and buy Juma went to me and operations for 6 months. Top money now we every week, It depends on market output.
Yeah.
And for 6 months now I'm buying Juma na omo a wese omo be production wa hana wo so agi kakra ansa na efie ade efie ayede no omo so omo enya akwanya na amba menji ni se obetumi ato aso ama ta chop money na awoma enti obviously no ebe affect ufie somehow because production cost so nkofo ba ombetua oso wonya ode o de hwe ejuma ne so na kakaka boto mu to fuel okofia out me ko to pizza na koma nkola no weekends wo de omko outing because of your profit margin. Now for 6 months or 1 year 1 year production can you continue living that life? To me continue living that life, and that is the reality and what we are facing today. If for 1 solid years na COVID aba Ghana enya efika free enya efika free tax meboa na tax no ho no mutua tax wo Ghana ha eye dwumaye for formal sector no omo ya he out of a 30 million population or so no formal sector na aban eji omo direct tax at all times no omo ye hwanafo. Now how did their production went or go during the COVID era? Abanya sikadodo from the port. You're closely almost port down for a year. There was no business during COVID. Do you think government can be that father he used to be in the past? Yeah, our airport has been closed down. Homes have been shut down. If you are such a father with business in our grounded for a year, will you be able to be that responsible father over that period? It will obviously affect you. And that is the situation in which the country was. I feel kakra here picking up the pieces.
But because so can you say I am more opponents and more because one more now one more of the belief say COVID-19 by yes by but and also a home merita at the bro minor. It is a yeah the bibi akwa share sadia now makana
oh yes, in every bad situation there are positives. But what is the extent of the damage of that situation? And this if one of COVID has brought us some good reliefs, you know. What was the strength of our economy when they were leaving office? I think that sometimes I was very clear in our minds when the NDC want to take us on some of these national issues. Ghana now manage Ghana as a corporate entity. I was say ye business mfaso mba ho na the citizens no omum benefit me boa. Enti se wo under Liman ni omo ye nyina, that is how they have been. They don't have solutions. They only complain. Under Liman, you see, under the most corrupt. And at that time, now Ghana's economy was 5%.
I said the PNDC.
Yes. Under Liman, now Ghana's economy, GDP growth was 5%. Almost say almost fire through PNDC to NDC 19 years. They left running economy from 5%. They are back to 3.5%. Ghana became poorer after 19 years of the NDC. While running an economy from 5% to 3.5% into HIPIC status. When him say NDC for up to date, Mama Ghanaians to believe say MPP na Ghana call HIPIC. They don't want to accept say Omo running country into the hole. Said there was no option for the government of the day than to declare the country HIPIC. When you move to MPP for so and they are relaxing somewhere. Before took this country from HIPIC and now grow economy now up to about 7.4. The year rebase and they do 8.4. Omo so mono. Before nya oil, almost say adrengo. Oil money in the economy no and it grow to 14%. And normally year press conference, Ghana is the fastest growing economy. In 2011, say Ghana is growing at 14%. Then by 2016, Ghana should be growing almost at 20 to 25%. But after 8 years, they dropped from 14% to 3.2%. Almost and the yaba home. MPP beso no sa 3.2% na NDC for kitana almost your renam na kadompe no into omuntumi ntua nurses allowance omuntumi ntua teachers allowance omuntumi recruit teachers for 4 years from 2012 to 2016 omuntumi recruit nurses from 2012 to 2016 and all other sectors teachers are here juma for 3 years they could only pay 3 months almost country no ma edin couple with Dumso omuni sika omuni betua PPPs no omuni sika Dumso problem was financial problem and your capacity omuni sika omuni betua okay West African gas pipeline for omu katiye omu si yedika omu di $10 million ko omu so munji
generational capacity no and they say woman no and so and making arrangements making available a generational capacity like a can
what was the state of
what
was the state of generational capacity under the NDC at the time at the time we were facing doom. So what was our peak and what was our capacity as a state and what was our financial capacity?
That time we were running deficit. We were running deficit.
Hey, bro. They were not having money to pay. I'm mentioning okay, so almost say she bibia or the nyama na ne car tie kopai.
That story they belong to history.
What was it? They told us all these stories. But MPP bar power in the first quarter. By second quarter, we've implemented free SHS with the same economy which cannot absorb teachers, cannot absorb nurses, cannot pay nurses allowance. The same economy, prudent management. We introduce free SHS. The same economy, to me find teachers. They are starting recruiting 2 badges at the same time.
What can say implementation of the free SHS no? Abanda and also pay sika ya famu sika ya kofe bi edebe so free SHS mo no. Sir, that's abanda and also no. You based upon prudent management. Odusu to me
Adwengo.
Oh, that's Adwengo they say etwemo.
That's the foundation.
Eti abanda that also ye bibi na mo betu say sika na. Bukonya bi de be so free SHS mo.
That
you should also acknowledge.
Yeah, that is the foundation. Adwengo no. That is the foundation. Na sika na omo pa to ho mutumi fantua teachers wo kro wem. Sika na also omo pa to ho to be fan recruit teachers and nurses. To be and free SHS. Introducing progressive free SHS no, for day students. Into a capre for 2 years. Into a capre. MPP are buying economy now. To be and the day students no. Fees. So 35 cities a term no. MPP the same economy. And I edit in the first term. So when it comes to management of the economy no, there one more. Omotiasie omoye honest to and I omokasa 6 years down the lane you are getting to 6 years in government and in opposition. That's to the NDC. One major policy here alternatives omodiaba in opposition. By this time the presidential candidate is making policy statements. President Mahama Kokan about Article 71
officer. That also about Obe review.
Obe review how? Which aspect? Yes, because as opposition leader by now, no, Akwenya bi Obenya 2 years to the next election.
And opposition leader onono yentu abakra man man be
na say this while share from the top to down. Omo set your agenda to order that.
No mama set agenda but yet your official say ono the lead.
Yes, but at least he contested the 2020 election.
It's on chance or launching a manifesto. All the details in the paper.
Yeah. Me say or contest the 2020 election. And yes, sir. What the NDC for alternative? What are their plans? As a leader, no, these are the times now they are making policy statements, not blanket accusations. What am I saying? Because you had the opportunity to have caused a change when you were there. Granted, say Endra Oda wan sum daya. It doesn't mean say Endra Oda unsum daya. Tender na wada na wasum da anyway who say issues of S Gracia and this article 1
article 71
office holders if he thinks or what change of mind as a statesman and a leader. Don't forget that President Mahama is wearing two shoes, or a former president and also an aspiring candidate. Mm-hmm. With such a portfolio, no, if you get a chance to speak, no, you make policy statement. You don't do blanket accusation. I'll review which. I'll review which one.
No, cause
it must reflect.
Na do crow your president. 3 years HSA, and also your brother conversation and fan.
Also, brother was consultation about the policy or no implementing. Yes, it is because of the consistent attack on the policy, just to make it look very bad.
Okay, now
the
president also can say obey review
which aspect.
Article 71 of his.
And then you must on start review the salary. You original.
Other than a more person who pushy as I did a question a minute.
Onje. So tell us, review are dangerous. Because this Article 71 holders mechanism, no. When you said there is some arrangement for ex-president, widows of ex-president, President Mahama Peno president, obedi president, odini iri account. Just on nusu.
Oh, I know you're on the account.
The account on nusu Jesus can be. The money that was meant for widows. Former presidents, widows, no. Omoji tabletop, no. Lord Mahama, Her Excellency, former First Lady, Onusu GB. And you be Onusu Nikwe Wana. And since President Mahama is talking about review, a dangerous. I was say careful. Which aspect is he reviewing?
I didn't say dangerous.
You're dangerous because
when the president paying. What in actually? Wakwaku, on Roman cry say, or cotton actually, and mistakes be what why idea. When lessons be what now was I say yes.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Okay, I said by 2016, by 2012, okay, I said there was an issue of when we are manifesto policy. Where we are, okay, I said ASEM. And that's what they are waiting for. What they're trying to say. Yeah, the idea about no money, no mass uncle. That's what they'll be doing. Up to now, he is the most experienced. Having governed this nation, what am I saying? Having gone through the mill, deputy minister, MP, minister, vice president, president, former president, opposition leader, Minyana put together. Or no, or your general Ankasa. Or no, so Obe Kasa about reviewer. I was also to me very critical on the aspect to be reviewed. Until I say at this time, you know, as the Mahama Onya Konya saw Obe Kasa, I was all your policy statement.
Okay.
And your blanket accusations.
How you did 100.9. Now, men can to just say, Kosuboja, the regional organizer of the MPP in the Volta region. Now, Amaleba, Kingsley Amaleba, member of the NDC, Ebaha, na minim why Kingsley Amaleba has left. I don't know why. Na Yeni Volta regional organizer, we Aladi Kabe, any Kingsley Ebetanase, but I don't know why Amaleba Kingsley. I was asking son and Wameko. About better within 2-3 minutes. Within 2 I don't know why. Minim the entire NDC rep.
Also about
Amaleba, so to me, can meaning why that you've left the studio? What packing in Roman in our community?
What's that started with? What's that started with the word of God? What's that started with the word of God? Ejana Eshisha Wahano. What am I say? Ejana Eshisha Wahano. Umunye dwa unto me tenasi. The best show. You are being speculative.
Because I mean the reason why.
I said, I'm going to announce this with Johnny.
Menkasa with Johnny.
No way.
Me say.
Oh, my
son. But now that's not because. Menkasa.
I am more next studio. We will be our cotton.
Anna make us say.
We're Johnny.
For ya.
Amaleba. Ombema. Sorry, NDC.
Member of the NDC.
Ombema opposition.
Program studio less than 5 minutes. Was son and Ramako. I don't know why.
Mambetinasi. Ejana no word. No propaganda, no room for propaganda. Fact and figures, data and science. My regional Nasara coordinator, Mudashiru Adebayo Michiano. I know say science and data. Yabema data. Yeah, kind of natural. Where we at for near admit. Na ya koso.
Okay. Watch the summer press conference Amokoye. MPP press conference led by your communication director.
Yeah.
Okay, say response bayan na modema omampani dada. Because ya won normal obobo so. Ekoba say Bono regional chairman also 14 million. I hit an account also the BBB say no.
Well, Njana or receive. So far he na receive.
Oh, that's okay.
That's it on your side.
About also 200 something thousand.
And then the total sum of money I receive so far.
No, that wouldn't be the total sum, but I'll say as at that time, see, a buy na orca.
Now they are accumulating, you know, saying.
And I said, I brought accumulated, or since it can be why I hit an account as at that year.
Anyway, I'm being.
But in any case, well, why should this be more how? Ampa office here, many. Richard, I actually say, because you're about the Casa. And now, old children say, I buy a crater than any which I buy a gusso. He didn't go down. Now, after 6 years.
It's only my dear for your casa come.
But it is not proper.
Only my dear friend.
Say you'll be on my pen.
Only my dear friend come. I don't also subscribe to retaliation and all those things. But you see, this world, a very nice world, though. What do I say? President Rawlings all corner. Onyani office. Onyani fie. It was all done, packaged, agreed. Or no, choose you. So these are the things I wanted. President Kufuor agreed. Man. Until former President Rawlings, the late President Rawlings, may he so rest in peace. Only the government of the day starting certain issues, problems. The consistent attack on the president. Anytime when you have the little opportunity, either on the local or international stage, denigrating the office of the president and the personality of the president. And now,
the privileges and more withdraw.
You withdraw. But now, your money dying, a money office, a money everything that he deserves. President Kufuor did it in his first term. This same President Kufuor now NDC for the little chance. They want to eulogize him, you know. How did the President Mahama Mills-led administration treaty President Kufuor? And President Kufuor came before them. It was set, a precedent has been set. They instigated their party people. Say, crime for no they will not allow President Kufuor to.
Were they NDC people?
Are they PNC for?
I'm not aware.
Whose interest were they fighting for? They were NDC. We knew them.
Own interest.
Which interest? How? Jai, please. We know what happened in this country. We know the actors. We have their images. They are NDC members. And a state in a car. Okay, they are separate group, organized group on them. And at the state of the day, car then.
And they say, baby, and they say, the man, you see a whole crowd.
What am I saying? They sat aloof because it was in their interest. They drove President Kufuor out of a facility. Nanka Opeso using as his office. When we went there, President Mahama is crying for Ono. Now he wanted to Ono Nanka Opeso Oje Bibi Oteno. No Opeso Oyenani. I want to take this away. Just ask President. I say NDC for 4 years. Omoba Bemuno Mokwa. A dear ya bind their power on Pesomoji. Just ask President, former President Rawlings did say, this is what I want. Mr. Monfama me. Yes, Ono Kono. I fear not no. Or say Monfama me. What am I saying? That's why I said come on. But going forward, no, I think sir, some of these things in try. A good or mine who fin. The president have some more mine. Na or qua. Na my was a the man. onya na akoye say political football
we can we boy not
na omo nya kakra so omo nya eno so enye
for no nya kakra omo
nya pese Mahama asem ne kan
na so no on ka say yintua ne enu ama kan o say no water bills on one etua for the household and in the office or say no one the tini there need and crabs and adam for be there
na say water bill
or pay and adam for
now once you're not in the state house no say it's your salary
own accommodation
saying is factored in the salary
on one to the food
and anya sir
there we can dey say you na to man on one etua the domestic staff for car
na say when we chat now
the medical
when we document now about from the correspondence between
it doesn't respond to normal
staffs no just
staff no or say domestic e when am I mistake or say domestic one cast official staff
to say garden boy
no the woman dey say o man ni etua e na ye etua no no etua on official
President Mahama all camp prudent management of the economy said there was so to me set example lead by example so some of these additional expenses in there obey to me I take care of. You should be able to lead by example. And you still want to live like an Arabian queen, our king, in opposition. And we want to come back into government. Review now, Kano. Review now, President Mahama. Review now, President Mahama. So, Obeba review.
I was paid 230,000 as salary arrears in 2013. I'll show it to you first. And later, if you want, we can call a group of you journalists. Of course, I don't want to publish my bank statement, but I can put it before you and you look through all the payments and see if there's a 14 million CD payment. I didn't receive any such payment. And he also says that I receive privileges and perks since I left office in 2017 worth 15 million CDs. That is absolutely untrue. I receive only my monthly pension, like President Kufuor, President Rawlings was receiving until he died. That's all I get. I pay the electricity bill for my house and my office. I pay the water bill for my house and my office. I live in my own accommodation, so the state does not pay me anything for accommodation. They haven't given me an office. I rent an office in East Cantonments. I pay the rent myself. I pay my own fuel. The state doesn't give me fuel. I pay my own domestic staff. I pay my own medical bills. I pay my own air tickets when I travel. You know, I'm traveling tonight. I bought those tickets myself, for myself and my wife. And so all those things he said are rubbish.
Okay. To watch no anymore.
In the conclusion, we say
as I said rubbish. Sad
opinion kasasa. But only will be doing come on the sideline. You can say those things, but when you are granting interview on a national station platform, now, and President Mahama is fond of using such words, stupid, rubbish, and all these things. And try it, you understand? And this is. I don't know. And this brings me to the President Mahama his statement say, obey review. The 71 article 71
of his order.
I kept making the statement say there was a policy statement as to the direction with regards to review which aspect what you must say so that Okasa people will be able to appreciate where he's coming from. Now this is a group of people lambasted this government of profligate spending over the period. They should live by that example. As a president, and as an opposition leader, a former president, having realized all these things and coming to protect the public purse, some of these expenditures here. And as a former president, he should have even used this as an occasion to say, oh no, some of these things will be part of his review. He'll be at here, say yes, this is a man talking. But if you listen to the sound of the voice, the words, and it tells you, say, the man still want to live like a king. Yeah, even in this time, our president will be any entity about. I think the former president still want to live like a king.
But say all this while, on a non-complaining, or my bonte mekache until say abron yedi we no beto abonte aso beka. Say you're Kenyan, so complaining.
Yes, into all bano. Obano, if you are coming to respond to some of these things, you come with a policy statement on a major topic.
Okay.
It's not just a side way view. This is a major topic. A former president or making comment or passing a comment on it and a statement on it. It's not just coming to respond to allegations and then you see the way I'm also minji me the way better now government so now there are documents flying all over. Say you have also benefited this cars, you talk cars amount, brand new cars amount, and all those things, and you are still making it look like you're starving and all those things. That's not the best. So when you are coming and you have the mindset that you are going to review it, then you come and hit on certain aspects of the article or the provisions in the article. Hopefully, say a plus or minus, or there was a additions, and a new things are obviously need to be done, and how you want it to be done. It settles all these things. But to come and throw a counter allegation as a means of responding to an allegation, then it means that you are not helping the system. Just say we will give room for government. Yes, you are back here. Now, end this for so come there. Where are we going?
Right, how you did 100 points now? Cause over there. And then I'll DJ. Basically, case you should be say a NDC rep on the show. A Kingsley Aruna Maleva Wabetnase. In less than 5 minutes, Pastor send the books in your of which many producers, you name the inti or your friend Abadonfa. 80, I have to put it on record. I don't know why you've packed your things and leave the studio without even notifying me. Say, what be bimpona echo ya the matter of just telling me for me. It's not good to me explain it to me because about the sign of my production line. Obetima I send my man WhatsApp, but Uncle Bibian Vantre, of which I'm not comfortable of what he has done. So they say it's a matter of just saying something. They WhatsApp me. So they say, but just leaving the studio. If I had Malaba,
Ejana wash.
Bazi, and then I'll gonna
Ejana wash.
Okay, I like you so being my father. I think I'm Aladi. That better I say Namino Cosimo. Namino Cosimo. So I like you, but I like you.
Oh, I said, we are you. It's another say, everyone, freeway.
I like you. Baby, I will go there. Yeah, pa. No me koji. Yeah, city.
Former president Kasadu.
Sa.
Kasadu. Say yeah, so here na, that is. I say, akwala ni part of football amano. Na wako ni team ya on training. Na amano sulia. Na yasan you on gala free. After the ball up so kofi. The same thing. 2020 mi wini Eviame, Pensu, Judicial for no, Ominian Dini, EC4, MP ASEM, Assembly election, my yano partisan, yen said the ena and ne, almost the carcass here, and we candidate research in every electoral area. Aminu Kasai, almost the cash, almost is canny ho. They are pumping money, searching for candidate for election. Now, they are here a platform. So I can say another new popular. You are winning all the electoral in Ghana. Said their last 4 years.
What's the one with the cigar?
Assembly election. Say in our form.
Assembly election.
See the upcoming. Almost started. Said on me in the last 4 years. I saw the category record by say or the record approval say almost winning election there down there. The same thing to move. Yadri. Say be a assembly election. Ya so share easy form pay ASEM. Say judiciary kramudi and it is a possible uncle Yamawa.
Sir, there is some of judiciary. Why your man penny pay? You reckon the park crano. Efa kwebe such as say, sir perceived your friend the same. Loss of confidence, sir. What judiciary name as a man for new madrins, I say, Omujidia Bafo. So can once it's your man penny dada, so can once a man. Said baby or can on
said the Mokana different. Onu kandapa kandapa out ya say if you say bia amon for say o security one for fan say bia kanana but means waka say lawfully you cannot have 7090 on cancer lawfully according to evidence adduced before you
yeah
untimi ka say I say we are the 70 na nipa no so na asem say the NDC for case enye case papa yi it no na judge for the ABI ka say enye hwe jo mama efe be man what be that it is the evidence before the judges
But it
could happen it could happen everywhere by law say we do nukure asem ade aba woni ni adansi ade aba woni man odi ka asem so woni say so no feel say bia say the man for afana bonten no na amususu say bia ya sheda na yes na and because one kasa the judges erred in their final decision one kasa he cannot and he dare not because on your judge on your lawyer they have their good lawyer Chachukata and the rest in court and before the court they have every evidence omu technicalities in di baye I say they kitasi and then they omo fa hwe amba the omo can say ade no he said the Solomon said the judge bika okenya no Solomon yansam akwala ne nyame de na mum ye chemmenu a wona eye wo yanti no the wo na argument satana de ni wa anka ye chemmenu so what say na de die ne ho what na ho say mo baye no kura na mu ka bonti mu tumiri ka mu shishi ties mu amanfo enkwadwuma mu akuruma ye ho no wo si ma wi ni e wo he ni na say de ka he then the general secretary catch record this way it is the judge the order aka say bi ase de kita enye hwe ndis nti ye mane bi yes abrodo na ye chewo ye brodo it is the law and all consular he who alleges to be able to prove beyond reasonable doubt on convincing court no if you can't do that and the judges omo trim I almost say be at the door minimum according to practices good practices both local and international and this for ni asema ye tungu a ye togu a na say amfo beka no issue because na do na asem ni ho na ebi no eye on there na enye on there omo say bia those evidence and bomia editu ho no was tough and
there is a report by CDD indicating say Ghanaians we are losing confidence in our judicial system. There is a report.
Now, CDD insurance. You don't follow them. That's what they do. For them to get money and then they have
what was it?
Okokot.
Amaleba.
Go there.
Kwazi Debra.
Takashiba.
Okay. Okay, Kwazi. Maminya kwasi kwa. But why are they ground? Mami say issue this because my catch let your phone you know say Oba be studio ha. Ma send a message. My friend, you are not picking. Many organizer of the voter region. Ye na one matter say. Me went to my basa na meditate. Okay, tio for sisi amaleba aba be studio ha. Eti the issue minima the crap permanent man Russia ya waba ababeo. Oh pious. Anyway, eti mamini kwasi wie. Kwazi can last way alaji about the amaleba to the maminya kwasi kwai. Kwazi.
Me say
maminya kwai.
That accusations about institutions, you know, especially coming from the NDC, you know. Don't we know NDC for almost
Kwasi who can watch you na mo MPP for my Eden man fanya Charlotte say.
Yeah, cockot.
Meba. Charlotte say.
Yes.
Eden man fanya.
Eden no.
Mo kanya can say. Charlotte say mo ba. Charlotte say be free ho. Abenia ba. Charlotte say yeah free ho. It is accusation about institutions.
And you just don't throw blanket baseless allegations without proving. You just don't throw allegations. MPP. You see electoral commission. All reforms are in electoral commission, MPP.
Yes.
Most of them we even fought them from opposition.
It is true.
What am I saying? It's not just about allegation. We prove it. We push it to the latter. Yeah, court. They could win cases in opposition. What am I saying? This is what we do.
Okay.
In NDC, President Mahama and Kantra say, or no, as a sitting president, you know, the architecture of electoral commission is so rigid that and independent that or no, as a sitting president cannot dictate to the electoral commission. What who share your opposition? And then accusations no man found away. If it's about the judiciary, and then I make say President Mahama 6 years on as opposition leader, no, I was a Oma or making policy statement. If it's about the judiciary, Ufili said there is a problem with the judiciary, no. Now wait to me about no catch the judiciary you left 6 years ago. 6 years after, these are the loopholes that you have found within the judiciary. And going forward, no, these are the reforms you are proposing. But to come and tell us, Owako court will lose 7-0. Inti still will cook up. I don't know one review.
Okay.
I don't know one review.
All right, but that's it. Thank you.
I don't know one review. What must I I don't think that we should be glorifying. We should be glorifying some of these things from the ex-president.
Okay.
I don't know. Person trendy. My person trendy.
Wow. Thank you very much. Because hold on, wait. Obikwe did matter. Mark Jerry, you have successfully turned your program into an MPP campaign show. With your glaring bias and your two collaborators. Well done. I have turned off. It's your boy. Continue off. Okay, anyway. Possible that organizer MPP on out there now. Mamia. Aladi Mami Farmer now. I'm to say.
Why did you do that? No, you see, you need to understand it.
Okay, Mate.
3 platforms engaged me this morning. 3.
Oh, sir.
And there is no way I can omit myself on your platform because of the relationship we have. And Timbedu Hano,
that's all right.
You were engaging MPP organizer from Water Region. If you organizer or secretary?
Organizer.
Very well. So I needed to quickly respond to them and come back.
Okay.
And so if you want platform to
them, so what catch them? Okay,
we must respond to this. You see,
okay.
It's just work out. I don't have a problem about the thing he said. But sometimes we need to inform the people from the right perspective. Anyway, Maminchia crowd edika and Maminchia tea for Mutie. Now, Minchia me party Mumpeninfuina. Maminchia like Sharif Abdul Nasiru or a neck member my NDC. Or for National Vice Chairman, Delegate and kind. Now Minchia the incoming Greater Accra Regional Chairman, Chairman Michael Tete. Kwete. You see, if I am to pick from Bibi Oja Hona, he does not even understand the issues. And if he does, he is doing so with selective bias and willful distortions of the fact.
Ow.
Yes. Jerry, as someone President Mahama Ekayeno about the judiciary, and you want to know what ASEM, true or false? CDD,
report here.
An independent civil society organization. I want to report about the judiciary. Come on microphone, no more cameras in Siabonti. Despite media, you are one of the good institutions in the country in terms of media. Go out there. Now boost a Ghana phone and say, what impression do they have about the judiciary now?
But the perception, is it the reality?
Really?
I'm asking, yeah.
Very well. So, perceptions. Now we are going to the realm of perceptions. 2016, from 13 ever 16. The media aided MPP to engage in a fishing expedition of corrupt evidences. Did you get them?
I don't know.
They were scouting. Corruption, corruption. Is it really that President Mahama was corrupt? And the government was corrupt? 6 years into the regime. Please. 6 years into the regime. What evidence have they been able to adduce to the public to justify and some of them before more cano and okre? Have they? After my penny for the new buyer Chief Justice, or they need new pennies and new come here echo CID boss. Even till date, the pliant tools of the state institutions have they been able to do that? Can I continue? Very well. Okay, Dankwa Okuta surname so you can understand it.
Oh,
but Majeri, yes, you say it is absurd. And indeed, extreme absurdity for the Supreme Court during the time President Mahama filed the petition. You will know my cause to the extent that the Chief Justice Kwesi Eniyabuwa himself used a black law dictionary to determine a matter in the court, Supreme Court, and here LLB classroom. You get that? And the NDC4.
My main question who's Yamrao.
That's why I'm saying it. Exactly so. That is why I am bold enough.
Why I'm cautioning
that is
you.
why I am bold enough to speak to the matter, because the issue has already been determined by the court. When matters are before the court, citizens have no right to comment about it. Why? Because Article 125+1, Chapter 25 of the Constitution expressly states that it is the judiciary clothed with the powers to dispense justice on behalf of the people. And it's a same that you and I cannot debate the merit and demerit of the matter. But what the Supreme Court made in the issue, determination about the issue now, it opens the floodgate for everybody. Lawyers, non-lawyers, the market women, the truck pushers, the butchers, the carriers, the fishermen, the farmers, everyone have the right to dissect the wisdom of the court and to evaluate whether or not it meets the standard of fair determination. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. It's on record that Justice Kwesi Anin Yabua sat on the panel and referred to a black law dictionary. With all due respect, Sir Jerry, black law dictionary is not part of our it's not part of our laws and statutes. It's not part. And it's only a court, a Supreme Court for that matter. Now you see black law dictionary, any determined case, don't we have the right to talk about it? Are you saying to me, one more thing, with a section of attending Justice Appraisal, all of them, all the judges there on the bench during the hearing of the case, were students of Tajikata. They were his students. I don't think 11 applications are called NDC filing in were all unreasonable applications. Is that correct?
I'm meeting the threshold.
Are you a lawyer? Are you a judge?
Good. Judge.
Are you a lawyer? Are you a judge? Good. And
sir.
Because against the law. Now I've given you an instance, sir. A judge of Supreme Court and they use the black law dictionary. They use the black law dictionary. I don't have a problem. If the judges, all of them, have taken a position that application now, NDC filing, and yet meritorious application, I don't have, and your meritorious petition, I don't have a problem with that. Let the judges write their independent judgment. That is what we're expecting from them. When we talk about the independence of the judiciary, we require each and every lawyer or every judge to reason independently.
And yes, I go by.
They gave us a thesis, not a judgment.
Yeah,
a thesis, not judgment. A thesis. When you go and read 2012, 13 election petition judgment now, all the judges, there was this one judge. I love the woman, Justice Adinyira Mrs. Her ladyship. I love the judgment the woman writes. I love it. Now, be a Supreme Court 2013 judgment. I go to her portion first and read this one kind of before I go to others. You could see the wisdom as this woman espoused by the law. That's the beauty of the judiciary. You know why? Me, Haruna, you have rightly pointed out, me, a student of law. I will be the last person to support anyone to run the judiciary down. I will be the last person to support anyone to try to bring the legal profession into this dispute. But I'll be the first person to hold the tail of the judiciary as the judiciary and the legal profession firmly to prevent it from dragging itself to the mud. You know why? There are three arms of government. Judiciary.
But before you make a progress, make a two. I did say that on my pay that the best Becca baby say you new chief justice.
Yes, because
why?
Because because the chief justice is the head of the judiciary. I think according to
why the new chief justice?
Yes.
Why your former president?
You know why?
That's a work can be also. Okay, we need a new. Let's say we lose weight there. Just or the not.
I'll come there. I'll come there. Why the president said I'll come there. But let me conclude on this. We have three arms of government: the judiciary, the executive, and legislature. These first two, executive and legislature, are manned by politicians. Right? Already, people don't have a good trust about politicians. They have their own doubt about it. You can't drug the citizens. In as much as the people trust in politicians are waned, or we are fighting how to restore that trust. So these two institutions or arms of government lose more trust. The last resort, I behold the trust of the people and entrench their confidence in democracy in the judiciary. Therefore, it behoves of every Ghanaian to mount an eagle-eye surveillance. Sorry? To mount an eagle-eye surveillance. Okay now. Good.
Okay,
it behoves on the citizens to mount an eagle-eye surveillance on the judiciary and to follow every activity of the judiciary to make sure, say, the trust we have in them doesn't go away. For instance, Jerry, say, me yo bonny. Now when you saw the Haruna court, obey attention ya, told me so real. How many times? And then Crawford, Jim Rana saw Muslim, Arlington Crawford on the street. Do you know who became a victim? And you think it's right for the Chief Justice allegation of $5 million against him being made by no less a person but a lawyer, Kwesi Afrifa, with a high good standing in the bar, a senior member of the bar for that matter. Has
it been established?
Sorry, I was saying
Chief
His Lordship Kwesi Ani-Yeboah wa clear ne ho. As I sit here, as I'm not saying, the last time I heard cry was Alex say when Justice Kwesi Afrifa, lawyer Kwesi Afrifa was reported to the Judicial Council. He was being intimidated. And guess who the chairman of the Judicial Council? Is the Chief Justice who the chairman of the Judicial Council. You get that? And the Chief Justice, according to Article 126 of the Constitution, is the head of the judiciary, the chief administrator of that arm of government. Therefore, if one, according to allegations and public perception about him, is that on your claim to deal with the canker in there, who do you blame? Is it me or President Mahama? President Mahama never said anything different. Go and read an article written by John Zibri, an Australian businessman who came to Ghana far back in 2002. He left the country in 2018. Go and write the article he wrote about Ghana. You get that? And you think it's fair? As the MPP voter regional organizer was espousing here, that President Mahama went to court and lose 7-8. So it's 7-0. And so what? And so what? We are building a country. And don't forget, when the Supreme Court makes a determination, it becomes part of our laws.
Yeah.
Stare decisis and judicial precedents. Therefore, whatever good or bad decision the Supreme Court will set will go a long way to hand all of us, unless that decision is reversed by the same court. You get that? And Jerry.
Yes, sir.
As President Mahama AGYEMAN for abortion, I was expecting the members of the bar, so of the bench, the bar, and indeed the senior members, the JUSAC, and others, to quickly commend President Mahama and say that Mr. President, former President, Wakasa, Yati, we will take an introspective look within. And in any case, how do we build strong institutions?
Okay.
How do we build perfect institutions? Conclusively, we build them through constructive criticisms. Tina Jerry, a program there, and call you, and someone can there come and say you are pursuing an agenda. Oh, really? No, when can we say, oh, okay, Martin, next time I will do that. Oh, Fred, a large bet and a half, Malabar Sobra on some mechanism. Now, you see the balanced perspective, but what the NDC phone back on 3 times consecutively. Now, for MPP 4 and bar, and people will raise a concern because of platform and your balanced platform. But if it is balanced and you allow each panel member to speak and espouse this position clearly to your audience, then you are building a strong platform. And you are building a public trust and credibility that Jerry is a man worth listening to and the platform is good to follow. And until you can't judicial now somewhere, Jerry, we should all help to correct the ills in there so that we can get a better judiciary and build a good democracy.
Alaji no abeg microphone.
And kind of means ya tea for kind who does what more. It may cause our motive. Ghana team because nema
Happy down this man.
nema dead bebia beko bebia bo mebeko a video a district a constituency a region ubia ho ama omampani dada abeka say afede mputo no aye bate e ko bobosia busa na eboyo ne na ede mputo na me free sibo no ebutum sika no de ede okasa waye. You shouldn't even have said this. Onim say ebusia ni your income generated funds no and idea aban bia into to go to exercise ebusia na do so. I mean sometimes they kind na obeka say bia obetimi aka ebete no so kwa sa so ho dey because so first almost see omodwuma mo nyina ya ja abandoned projects take almost see yenye hwe afede opo na nkasa ope mu no ampeso mo de ba biom no o see yaye na mo ebobosia na nanuto which means and afenso na nado akwantu oye na say na bomi akwantu ni akere pefe say we have done a human job aban bia since this fourth republic a record edaho. You can challenge it, go to the record and statistics. We say you beat him roads, infrastructure, BBR, and na many ukasai. Kania inam kania ejirasu. Ghana a pansam according to NDC and yet baby ejirani nye kura ya say ya da gwatamu and so fine dware no and ne light ejirasu. Water baby a ekoso. Well, erani unya ukofo you get it. Availability. Eduani uko marketer is availability and even though your problem and maybe a problem it take you 2 to 3 to 4 years near nya kania bako na fe ni even support kura ema kania ebuo because uko tokra unya udi guso no light for you to even to use wakotonso maybe na NDC ni joma ama na woso yes say ya no we ka bia so ya ban juma bia no busu wa yetuane ka ube kasa ejuma yentimi ama obia na ebia allowance ebia anko. That's what you say. Agenda 11 ko be bia won say bi kura say be foundation kura yitu. That means this government is serious. This government now yes serious so even in the midst of problem obia ji atum na IMF director ko kai almost say IMF director or no ya man bribe and no kasa magana no minti bi da just NDC for and IMF director could be bribed. The IMF institution could be bribed for them to say something tilted. What is the fact? We are singing na yeka John Mahama or Harvard USA no or kan or see we are singing na however name Africa na bebremo who are person we no kura bebremo. He said it before the learned people. I'm the say yeah Ghana for say be any made no say don't pay free exchange na nka ba no sa na person ka odi say be say mekogu enim enye yesa ye bekoso aka no kura bekoso aye de ma bebre na amanfo ho a ye ho say anado anybody ombo homode na then e kan ho asem me say communication hoy say something like communication consult. I think say enya institutions ni bibi na omutime ebuwa Ghana for especially mpeni for some bekas eni nya nim die nso a wo school awie degree ni enya no kasa hoy yesua me ni omampani dada the American for judiciary ni easy say ya ho ni ma be e koso ananse nanka me hokora na me ho be bat nsiesie no mantimi ya kwanye na se sa na ekono de nya kwan a na nyame bua na mutuma me a nsiesie be ba masese no gidi a yehwe ni edwumapa yehwe ni ebetimi de aba. I think ye be sa na push na 1 2 obetimi amention like 1 like 2 but ko kasa se bia afa na wo free Kenya na waba na wo nim Ghana kura bedi bibia wa hakura da afa na waba ye bebo bibi so akere na wo kasa against the judiciary wo kasa against the ECA. And you want to come and rule us when you have been the vice, the president, the MP, the deputy minister, the minister. Adabraka. That's why I say communication consultancy in here. Mia, sana mekano. Na me said ye kasa wanka yankasa. Because then
Adawaka bibi bonnet.
That's all. See, why na waka? We don't see chief justice crowd the obeko obituno.
Bankas obetuno. I see a new chief
justice. I say anything. Chief Justice to her on Kwanya Efasu as a former president, I have Chief Justice. Or see, here say a uniform wa. And that's something ever. Take Kwame Efasu, you know. Or no on him on ye. Nana no the Bakwa radio so press conference near Bajum. Hana yano. Sana actually mine. Is that how you build our democracy?
Now what can be first see the report in America?
let me see CDD uko for time for all his time koko for on records
on records side
and then me say kofa de he someone praise the sitting government no afi ya asa o me nka se omunye djuma but uti hodi na we hia wajuma yeni director on help pam wajuma bia na ebi na omuye because why name Mr. Ghana na ho kire no why name Mr. Ghana bibi ekonye we don't need the CDD and the likes of NDC to tell us this. We all go to the market, we all feel it. But then they are faho, and then they are ba. No. What's the issue? Amaya kwasano. Is this a neglect? And I say, na abano wa 200 mobiana. Yes, indeed, they are doing something about it. And a global now. Yes, indeed, it's global. Even your mama have said it. And you say, you have to ask. Harvard University. Nti me Israel me ka say enye se bia ba ha ye kasa se bia ye kotu da bi da nye kotu it is anokra na ida hona ye ka kira manfo na ni die ni boma ye momo ho aban wei woni ni sinto a ewo ha o amanfo omo ka no omo ka ni ya obetie kwan ya fa so se na communication consultants ehia pa ma ye nyina including myself me nko school bia O level student eno ana me wo anka mpese me marketing diploma na makoye eno no mawie exam baby but kasa de me fi say me ade o see de joma mako kan yi ana say de me kan ya na o kan ya o kasa kajari anka o ma adwuma bi die simple na me peni na matrasi
why president
enemy
when who said the idea na
I'm saying this
anything or can na
ya shani ya mu say on makasa o
so I communicate
so hu na me kire ni yen na ye kasa sa jeri wonni how bebre because what la so akonya no won kwa yen ni hyehyɛ yeso 70 doesn't mean it is illegal, doesn't mean they have not worked according to their conscience and evidence available to them. Council na 5453 and also yet say and the evidence available to them. Who said it is 75 and a 73 and a 70 and yet law? Who says so? By which book? What kind? Which book in Ekasa? You can criticize, but let's have the idea say, Sebi. The best thing is your father say, Omanda, both local international best practices, boom. You can challenge it by review. What you can say, oh, dear, me cry there, and yammy there. Why? Perception baby bresa, manyanesa. Okaso winnie and area no. And your mom for the 2 good street tra, almost she tie. Almost bobo near mono police for Kobo, my chibi kotum. And yes, sir. Now, no more evidence. No perception will be there. Anything a ma sebi yeah, almost fire information, national security, or Timbeka, but on the auto. But minim say so a person can the person can the 70 no and can some money too because of perception. I don't know that is what is pushing the judges to do by law. They have no leeway to do anything but consciously their children. But anything I am review no. So Otimia na say funso ho na ho a ya hye kwan so. Ni mra kwan so who former president you know better than I know. Inti nanka say obua Ghana for na obua yen nyina na etimi ehwe say institution will protect them every now and then no matter whether I have issues with them or not. This sanctity let me protect you abribia because yen ye be kwa aba but that institution there ni pare be sakura institution no nti Magjari Mr. Mika the NDC and their leader said omokano no should do us good na mo mpe kwan kwa mo be so akasa akere Ghana for omo ye ne sa ye nyina be tie na supom na afi atenasi ahwe de be ye said okay no they should bring one of their alternative for the judiciary say besa on famra easy for no fan to form said the who kai na me organizer ka no the best of practices are Emma democratic etimi mo gina na so was done by MPP and it is on record, some in the court, some at the IPAC committee and so far. We don't do anything like that because you perceive about anyway he has only 4 years. I see 8 years another one year only 8 years 1 year 4 years. That is the magic. That is the magic. It's coming to bring chaos and anarchy in the NDC.
And then I will speculative.
Me speculative. Are any kroma?
Tactical speculation.
Ya ka man for kasa ahye wombo. So wia e na obehu say basa bi oba na yetimi otumi lusu bioma. The next NDC will be problematic for NDC people. Yes, I'm clear for that matter extension. Ghana. Into the can once. What you say? Because obi na obeto ba ma obi oba 4 years. Na 8 years na say hu so yi. Omo ankasa waka. Ono so abedi be 8 years. Vice and then president. By extension. Until no then odi ababa 4 years for cry away. E ya dey bia oho politically. He want to be 2 years like any other president Ghana for yanya. Say record no pedi anka obey no who good. So be transfer be one no. Now abo NDC for with more unity and then best and proper alternatives. Now because on one team anye he lost when he was in the seat. He consented from outside and he lost again. And I yes, and I don't want who say. Oti akunya no so, ye gi akunya no firi nsem. Osan ba ye gi firi nsem. Na den na ehu kasa yi ebi sebi emfa ne kwan so ne mra kwan so e na wo kana. Ebi kwa na wasem ebi o. But say the obeka no do beto ho no. Ebi no befa ne se bi asabi. Wanya kwan ebi a wonti akunya so na wo kasa. But me ka say bia, let's not throw the baby water. Yen sana Ghana and an hobechere no. Okay. Let's not criticize for the crisis take him. Say maybe president. Debi. Ye momo who say 7-0 na ya punch hole in their verdict. They have individual verdict or record. Ukofa book na here obia what your kan and humble say bia nyina ya wo say bia asem no omuni huka. Say they say do to be confirm say omuni before the court no. No mo omo ma hwe say wo say bia ampa. Yo mo kan nyina ni say ame no ombe kasa. Kasa no ombenya kasa. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Mami no wajimi. The lawyers who wajimi sa. Sabi, Mr. Emeka. If you can use technicalities to prolong court, be on his feet, no more nyajumanye bibria. Now there now no the land lawyer now or protect his. He cannot use him.
All right.
Inti Mr. Emeka. The Ghana is for Ghanaians. Enye ebin mu die kura. Ebinu enye ni ya kwan ye fa so a ye ya na ye ni ye apɛ kwan so bia ye yu afiro na ye de aba. But memfa buo bia ebe ma Ghana akɔ na chi bebre. Even though so wa want to be I dare John Mahama review also obey no e judicial omra me.
Okay.
Say man no kwan kura omra me.
Positive change at the free Medina. Also Chair Michael Tete, Greater Accra Regional Chairman hopeful. Also it is an insult to the sensibilities of Ghanaians for this government. Waste all the unprecedented revenue that have accrued them on corruption and wasteful expenditures, only to turn around to punish us for their own mismanagement by imposing crippling taxes and hardship on us. Positive change. And now, or the Abba. Where's the majority? The NDC guy in your studio is just the jungle. Is he trying to say that because some of the judges who were empaneled were students of Chachu, Chikata doesn't mean he knows the law better than those judges? I was a teacher many years ago, and some of my students are occupying big positions now. One of whom is a top engineer at Talo Oil, ECG. Oh, does that make me the best engineer? This is gibberish. Don't like insult too much. Unola Pons Amsterdam. Pity brim. Yeah.
I don't know.
No man kind.
Please, Alaji, I beg you.
No, text message. That's all.
I beg you, Alaji.
No, you know the one. Please,
don't go down with me. Don't go down with me.
Okay, I'm talking to him.
Okay. You want to respond to the text
message? It's unkind to me.
Okay.
For you to allow Obi so best sending text message attacking your panel. No, read that topic. No, read that message in a manner.
Oh, how?
Of course. The last statement was then.
I said
that last statement is insulting.
Yeah.
Okay. And you see, also a teacher, I would like to meet some of the students, have a conversation with them, and use the IQ of his student to measure his experience and his wisdom as a teacher. I wish I could get opportunity to do that.
But
what kind of crap is this?
Who maybe you do what?
Of course, the last comment here then.
I say
gibberish. What does it mean?
I had him there.
And you think I will sit here and countenance that? Don't do that.
Okay.
But
Mate. Thank you. Ma memfa pete brim.
Kata echo bench in the would have been a senior member on the bench.
Nobody is disputing that. Obian disputing.
Can you compare anyone to Kata in this country now? Any lawyer or judge in Ghana now, can you compare anyone to lawyer Kata? In the continent of Africa, do we have his kind anywhere? Okay,
Mami can when you to us on your time now. Where's McJerry? In fact, NDC has wasted Ghanaians' resources for this so many years. Come to my constituency in Kwanta South MPP. Never want a seat here, but come and see the developmental projects. We a pity brim. And now on the above. We say former President Mahama is still not the Ghanaian's choice, no matter what he would do. What he is benefiting alone from the state can be used to settle 500 NABCO trainees a month. Please send this message to my own MPP leaders for me. They should remember where they started from and the people they used to get there. Where Yakura or Chinima Kwame Brako, Akra Taifa. Where's the Salam Alaikum? We need to be serious in this country. We should stop talking about Aisha 1, Aisha 2. Aisha 1, Isapa. Anyway. That's a way so maybe if we should stay away from Galamsey. Galamsey fight, Amalaba.
You see, Jerry.
Yes, sir.
Let me correct this gross misimpression and willful misinformation by Alaji. But see, IMF boss Akasa.
Yeah.
The sentence what or authenticated government position. Say a global shock like COVID and Ukraine. Namagan economy, I say that's a lie. Mikutasa report we were world class. No, that's all Africa.
That would describe it as a lies.
It's a lie. That's not the case.
I am a boss.
Meba. I am giving you the basis. Allafrica.com on 26 April 2022. Tiasima Omoka IMF one kind. IMF forecast Ghana's debt to GDP ratio of 84.6% in 2020. Wait any favorable report about Ghana. Go and read the details. Now, looking further on the Ghanaian economy.
So you have more lies on one to me just.
Yeah, me they make kind of say. And yeah, COVID-19, and Ukraine, Russia.
Is it not true? IMF boss Kasaya.
You see,
is it true?
Fine. Did I see my Jerry?
Yes, sir.
We a medical doctor. Amaleba yare na maba wonchen se hweme. Wo hweme no, ma wi nsam no mjo to am sabio, ma hrawa ne menyem sunu nyina asai. Will you go out and broadcast it? Say me patients bi oba menchen Amaleba. Ma tunufu a wontie, wa nom jo to wi nsam and then the brebo ina pro. Will you say that? We a lawyer, now client ba wonchen. So, you see, counsel, ni pande ampami na mikunu. Will you go out or will you go to the open court and tell the judge, say, oh my lord, me and my client now confirm me say he committed the murder? Will you do that? We must understand the relationship between the government of Ghana now and the IMF. Government of Ghana have gone to IMF seeking their support, a bailout. And the same government IMF Bekano will destroy and invest the Ghanaian economy completely. In fact, it will dissipate it. It will make it difficult to revive the economy back. And the Ghana, as a client to the IMF, no, IMF will try to massage and sembia and then meet the government position. So the government can have a good light before the international and investor community. That's exactly what the IMF did. The boss on Ekasa, because this same IMF on 26 April 2022, I can say Ghana ya bought karma ya debt to GDP ebe ended around 84.6% by 2022. And the and the President Mahama, what you know, baby, no can say Russia, Ukraine. You see, Alaji, you people you have a listening problem, and you accuse others from not reading. More reading problem. On somewhere May this year, I think May 3rd or 4th this year, President Mahama Ekasai from Kimpiski, he spoke about Ghana on the crossroad. So So call page 11 of President Mahama's speech now, or mention the COVID-19 excuse. Here's what President Mahama Kai briefly. The fact reveals while no one can run away from its impact, that's COVID-19, on global economy, the COVID-19 pandemic paved way for the government of Ghana to receive an unprecedented windfall that previous government could only dream of. True or false? And he provided the figures. $1 billion facility from IMF. True or false? Moanya. Huh? $200 million from Stabilization Fund. Moanya. $430 million from the World Bank. $400 million out of the $1 billion SDR provided to Bank of Ghana. Over 100 million from African Development Bank and bilateral partners. And also 20 billion Ghana cedis from Bank of Ghana. I'm not playing this way in Adamamo. In Nigeria, Sikanaway, don't forget, from 2019, 2020, and 2021, see COVID and the impact on government. You can't about the man go and check graphic online. Manjoy. Maybe one piece of a more common publish be. A binary exceeding the budget. Sorry, the revenue generation target consistently from 2019. And you say binary the catch yesterday.
But we are putting on the right perspective. GRA. So when we exceed our target, it doesn't mean the government, the total revenue generation target has been exceeded. And your GRA for one music and a bomb. And one legit trauma by no. And I'm saying, yes, one legit trauma by a Sicano revenue generation. And you're one GRA for the one legit trauma by no other revenue generation. One legit trauma by no. Oh, one legit trauma by academically, no, you put in it. And academics near higher classroom. So, Jerry, I'm asking you a straightforward question. Why did you trauma buying? Me patcho GRA edge toward the man. Very well. And the GRA edge toward or the man wine? Or the man buying. Good. Or is it the target for 3 years? I just saying. And not just a buy exceeded target. I just saying. Budget. I just saying. And not just the government collection agency 3 years consecutively exceeded their target of revenue generation to government. That's the point I'm making here. Okay. I'm not talking about other peripheral sources. Okay. In any case. The car binding here, over 30 billion Ghana cedis from COVID proceeds. And for the record, a buy way anya over $77 billion in all revenues combined. Now I must say project. A true for and because says so. Do you mean that the IMF lied to its global partners with regards to Ghana's economic strength, to gain what? I am not saying the IMF lied or they are speaking the truth. But the facts. It's a lie. Maybe. You use the word. Very well. Lie. If it is a lie, I can say so professionally because IMF position more articulate here just to praise the government doesn't reflect the facts here at home. It doesn't. And here global position, you see, there is a group B. Look. Adam GH, a civil society organization, anchoring democracy advocacy movement Ghana. Publish press release on the 4th July 2022. Okay. And they gave Ghana financial position before the IMF, before the COVID. And for your I can read few of them to you. One was see our debt to GDP, our debt by 2019 COVID May, and moving from 120 billion in 2017 or 2016 by December 31st. All the way to 225 billion, 105 billion increment within 3 years. Not COVID aba. Huh? Not COVID aba. Not COVID and buy. But that's both buying a boy. I don't know what would you within IMF for the Unjo. How do I believe in IMF? Because would you would I am saying that you see, it's like you didn't listen to me from the beginning. Oh, your lawyer now, client, bow, what's say my counsel. Nipano and some like that to me. The real picture. They are not painting the real picture. That's the point I'm making here. They are being diplomatic because Ghana have become a client to IMF. Government of Ghana have become a client, and they will not go out and wash the debt line of their client in public. In their summer IMF, I can what to facts now. It doesn't match. Okay, that is not true.
Because President Mahama, as someone can in page 11 of the speech from Kimpiskino, and yet different from the facts I walk. In any case, Abine say before 20 COVID buying, they went to IMF. And the economic figures from the IMF was different from the report other finance minister Edema consistently. Meanwhile, Honorable Isaac Adongo, Kesley Atoforsen, and some NDC MPs have spoken about how, even including President Mahama, how the finance minister was cooking the books. And under reporting our debt status as a country. IMF, why didn't they say it? Do they have the record? Why don't bringing them out? And I'm saying that as we speak now, Ghana government have become the client of IMF. And the Asema IMF Bekano will worsen the plight of Ghana's further. Indeed, Professor Steve Hanks, Professor of Economics at Bloomberg, what kind of time with that number? He has been very strong on President Akufo-Addo and a team of economic mismanagers around him. What describe Ghana say, hey, Ghana have become a poster child for economic mismanagement. Look, me no can say, Abanya wasn't in ASEM ejina year as a Alaji is sitting here trying to paint. One, the front page of this paper. Ghanaian Dispatch, last 2 weeks Monday, also then, over 1,000 doctors forced to go home for lack of clearance from Ministry of Finance after their housemanship. Economy, what do I mean, sir? Yes, 1,000 doctors in KO FIE. Over. I'm going to 1,000, I'm going to FIE. I buy this record before I'm going to FIE. And you think a potent right for the people of Ghana? Doctors are essential service providers. Looking at the state, hospitals be able to need doctors. We need doctors in the urban areas as well as the rural areas. Now, you have 30 doctors, 1,000. I buy some coffee become Miniska. In the same front page now, there's some way 1.8 million youth from 15 to 24 years. I believe the large crowd of Kahubi within that same year bracket are unemployed in Ghana today. Does it put right? Does it put right? Alaji, see a bani bekasa. Let us deal with the issues on board. Okay. Sebani roader. Alaji, I say, Majeri, call us to come and talk about road. A bani lighter, call us to come and talk about light. A bani insure, call us to come and talk about insure. Oman Penny Akufo-Addo MP for 12 years. Nikrom, Chebi, Mahama na Munsu no me. Chebi people were linked to the national water system by President Mahama. Okay. What I'm talking about. And it is Nigeria. I am concluding on Ashanwang. Ashanwang, no. The gold mining or the illegal mining operations in Ghana have become a criminal cartel. In fact, I bet like the cocaine and the Mexican drug cartels no more, you know. The same way our gold business or the gold, how do you call it, value chain in Ghana have become. And that cartel have been built so strong that there were powerful men in this country or more behind. Politicians, they are the chief architect. Security architecture and penning for whom. I dare even say, a bit more say, even in the judicial a judge for to be account. And the whole cartel and Kophobia build there or moody real gold every chroma. You see, Oman Penny Akufo-Addo, this is a Joy News documentary report. Missy Kra. Oman Penny Akufo-Addo, tia some Joy News for the car. Almost on in 2018 and 2018 for the record, near binding small scale mining in Okroma. Small scale mining will be on 2 gold. Operation Galansop and Operation Vanguard in some ministerial committee against illegal mining near binding Okroma. In 2018, President Akufo-Addo made a shocking revelation about how $5 billion were unaccounted for in gold export from Ghana to United Arab Emirates, while the authorities in the Gulf region have recorded in their records $7 billion in import of gold from Ghana. In the country books, only $2 billion could be traced. Who was the president? So you can't sit down, supervise this rot, and cover Ashahwang and Bakrumha, and we could try to tell for Omampine Akufo-Addo one catches Ashahwang. When him say ye deportons, ye deportuno.
And not just one like a fan by.
No one of Kofana by. Until Krumha. And Ashahwang by, you know, Ashahwang a better Krumha. A break security for him such a one waha. Until no few I call reporters and I call immigration for Kwakochino. This is a government we are in. It's too sad. You see, let them bring the record. The Ashawang, yeah, Bob Ben Ashawang. Let them bring the record. Joseph Yamin, maintain. Nipa Matisse Wakasa. Very well. I think I woke her, but I don't know say Ashawang was her. She was seen as illegal immigrant. And I have no idea whether Ashawang was indeed into a destructive illegal activity like she has basically engaged in Andamampene Kufuado. Okay. And then Osafo Mafu, the senior presidential advisor, and ten Hobe Ashawang spokesperson, and they were far or different they say, and deport na Yensika. What are we talking about? We should be serious in this country.
Okay. Aladi.
Jerry Midasi. Santintin and top on. Yeah, me can say na mesa I can say. Nanka NDC for C. 1. Ya abandon projects. 2. Ya nye projects biya. He said it. Ulubalu. Yati. Ya just kabibre sin obiya na ejuman wan. Yo mahama ankasa na say waka. Na ejuman de aye na so ko bobo na di aye. That is one.
Now say what say is a court.
Oh, me see.
What can ba na be say be draw.
What in interview no? O kan say interview no ka we na. O kan say interview TV3. O kan ina wo. O kan say, ono kan say. Ma mention. Oni o kan say TV3 interview na. Es gracia asem ne bo. Where you can me see. Me see O see ya build the idea na you see ya build the idea say bosia bebre e bo ye no. E na di sisi ade. Tan o kan. Go and listen to the tape. If say ebia enim sana. And afensu COVID-19. So far so good. The best managers of COVID-19 in Africa are enemy Ghana. Na then na ni so so ni den say ka say the best manager of pandemic. Next is ascend say. Wa bo ho modin ayadwuma dindin abo ho man ho ban. Ama ya de boni no antimi anko ampra ne pa bebre. Ama oman no gina ne nan so ahondi wo ho nkola ne mpanifo no nyina ene booster kura na yebo. Akasi akodiska finance minister then okoye wo parliament am invited then okokai about the COVID-19.
Talk about who akonta.
Can have your doubt or you cannot agree, but yakbun kunta achiro 19 ba na sebi onye ku wan koye ma osmo adwuma de sa ko we so corridors kabaya pa bebe ya yes what you say ska fine. He came to the parliament, a house. Nyina ejidi and obeka ne record ho. Who come bia obeya sa record say especially parliament. Obubunku. Enye no kreda say nya sika ye hu de dia ya ye dia ko baby. Kan e bia ko bia. De o mu nkunta no say de ye di sha ya president FI power de pass omo. Ende amfa na so ye honti oni ho asemaka. Na me so mame no so babontin abeye ni de. If you have doubts, you can go and argue and give the superior record. Change the put out. And I said the offerata they put out. If you don't have that record, shut up. The America, I can't what's haka? JRE. JRE. I want to na meka. Don't go say meka ni tuyana. I want to better. The American say JRE. What can. Akra minimum no say. And one part of government revenue. Umbetimane bebre afibia dia ka no eba ye said ye pena na ye nsaka de ye pena na ama ya ka bom ti government revenue no afibia no eyema ya na no kure da ho no. How are we going for the IMF support? So it sanet mika ekasa amamu Ghana fo ntie na mbeto wana wato amamu but mem ye bibia udi sebi no tebegu gari mo na afi abaya asem bebre the me person make the IMF director I beg him ya say minu abalema okasa asem the institution IMF their director esa sebi taskele bi na okan no odi sebi said the okan no international committee who fell lying under her teeth because of Ghana ye dey enko owiasia enye no kura na oka na mi kasa kura mi kasa ye how internally mama mi no so record sa but to see ye how bebrebe aba nyina eno so ka ho bi ende mo pesa mojitum these people you mention Adongo and Co they were in government and mo inflation cost 17%. They were part of and I at force a friend say there's at force on
Councillor,
Onka 17%.
That's a lie. Anything left in the.
Mena meka sana moja mai 216.
Was 14.
And you're 14, and you're 14, 17.
Do you mean as at
and 2021 in the midst of the Omukasa Ghana ya mutu no. 9. 2021 record no. 2020 mid and started say AGYEMAN e ko 30 plus no. Mid year. So bakaya. Inti record no ha. Go to the statistical service, go to the Ministry of Finance, you have that record. Into the young time I'm buy 17, so 2012, 2013, 70, 14, 15, that is NDC, 15, 17, 16, 17.45, Tiediano, 17, 12.5, 218, 7.8, 209, 209, 219, 7.14, 2020, 9.39, 2021, 9.97. Inti, enya debia, sabi.
But I like this, so how about you have to solve it for the people.
Osi way, Aisha 1. Only say Ghana had 210. On record, they're not Ghana. Let me say MPP are buying also. That are not mini Kobe or market. Now, you are deporting the power by 5,000, 58,000 is 5,000. Now, for deportation, you see ASEM or Ghana. I been quite a baby. Now, ASEM be by 8 deporto. And because I near deportation, a chick criminal be no foreigner into me deporto. And I feel so, you can't wait so I pro so you won't mean smuggle and buy in. At any time, because I buy for no, so much you by force. Ye who ye no, ye di babonti, okra, ye kurano, ye did ASEM. I told you that the charge Abeka home. I didn't court. Now, Mukra the M say yentin because you were minim, the Munina Muka Hona money in the Jumana, na so money the oil na because you didn't bring it out. We are time. This is the second time that's about out. Meaning the year dream about Kubi or kind of say I hear ye. They yan come boom, they yan fight sa ade we here.
Okay.
Ebe high because I him fu nyina benefo bebre nyina ka ho bi.
Because
say dey no, and dey ekọ no, yan hwe yi a, ye dachi. Nsasi, ye dachi nsuopa, and a dachi benefo ni nkwala beba nso na ebe ha o. And water was abema ye warning. He said no see alon no, ni omo ne ma materi omo isu no, omo isu bebre a, ebe cost be ko bebre. And afen so ma hwe kura, omo be ration of water.
Okay.
Ye hwe yi na yembo ho ban yi aban ya wayi na ni ato ho no odi sika pudu akwa including speed boats odi ato a obekọ akọkọ ho a wa training local task force ni enkuntia wa fa bi wa dani a omo ye raba plantation na sa abekọkọ ye friend say
we
pam oil palm plantation ye yi bi no free ho a omo ye nyina no go to Takwa, go to Western North omo nyina omo ba bonta beka say de nyame aboa omo ya juma bi ye aban ayuafro. So the 6 years of fighting has produced records, good one as such. And I may see Ghana ha per se ye kon road by road, sector by sector, yemra ne mbeka from JJ time up to date. Ne aban ya otiswa na wire kilometers and na nema ya bebre no and na infrastructure so yenye ni record sector by sector so that we see they cannot
Delivery track and
I'm telling you said to John Mahama kasa be to say bia infrastructure dey mu ejira so said the abobo say kese no ya ejuma kese ya ejuma kese aka ho amagana fo boy abaso na jari enye say onu beka kura o na jari de na do ekọ wo ho mu ye say be 7 trefo mu de akiri de na mu ya kọ mu ho zongo development fund nko ano watimi esi school 9 be ye 19 amenim primary 6 block be 16 and we see we ebi did at various stages zongo development fund nko ano aso ekitu abi ayabo ato na say abaka say we dey go to the expansions I'm say there yanko school for expansion to bring sanity into our schools so enye infrastructure
okay better say ya do juma dey nesi don't do nabo yeah Japan me DJ na be ma morning time na so oh that be na so wakasa na alaja kasa that's oh final remarks baby remember 1 minute good yeah because time na so yeah good
at the end of the day where is the resource Where is the resource? Let's look at Parliament and see whether or not MPP won the 2020 elections. But Supreme Court, led by Justice Kwesi Yeboah, I don't contingent of judges among the court na bench or unanimous FC away. Fine. We move on. But when him say on the 21st of this month, who a boy be cost by 30%. Lorry fair be cost by 30%.
We quite dynamic.
And good. And then. Say water back a call for 50 pesos. But when you can say in 2016, well, see, economy is all about your pocket.
And the crowd they say, why
are the people safe now? Are the cost of living less now than it was in 2016? The question is no. Look, it's an insult to his own government to come and sit here and tell us there, Monya Sika over $77 billion over the last 6 years. Moya there, would you see toilet? Delivery truck and away for. What's the Moka was you? And in Guasia buying.
But that's it. Alaji. That's it. Okay, baby. Can you?
Ni penny who do any campaign man. Or see, Yabojuma. Yabo Saka say Yabojuma. Let me go and find this neka. Mean to made into Algeria. It is fact. And I may see and say yes one another Obo and a Bombo who media house. Entro. Near Mamu entro. Gagatua projects are or commission be at various entro. Which means we have the record. Rosa, Sabi, Mika, Eastern Corridor, and then you buy a 24% from Jerry Rollins, and then they are 76% of completion. And Jeruni Mana, Mama figure, go and check it. When they say a sim, report and they are crying in our hair.
Why the report on the cocoa?
Out of Rose, baby, Unama, or see, Uncle Quano because I had no. Okay. Near my boy, but we are doing better than them, even under this economic hardship. And the records are shown.
Mentonam matabra me better from to say wadim tam kwani wa mitento machi pena mashami le mu besides ya no asri waskan so me na lebe wo de ajia fowa again ashini shupa ajina mami emrese to bele dead opa me baga ofieba obuade enimbia anni serie me dane pa me farin tete abina de pamini be in kache atia oh ya atia donko enti mi amane kumie anu me na ko think tia
all right when a special one a kuata say me mama no and the kuata the enti we requesting you when say wa okay me did the luxurious here my hand edit to me dey say Piles Bedu Bansen the producer and na me dey say dan so ebema eye Ebema mabeja fu eba ye amaleba member of the NDC and Alaji Kabe member of the MPP communication team me dey say dan so bema eye Kosiboja or your organizer Volta Region me dey say da bema eye Captain Jesus Prayer House of opinion Reverend Prophet Isaac Ofosu Hiniji well we tell me that say na mo fan chem yo metima me calls mo fan chem na me DJ no ama me won it dey say me sorry Nyankopon ya dom a ye besen hia da say Nyankopon show bibia me dey the luxurious say AGYEMAN God bless you mama tia Mr. Insia of Insia Automobile Zuzu Opsi she takes Insia Automobile good morning to you